Okay, we got Virginia with 2, Jaybird with 1, Denny's with 1. Everybody is in it here.
It's a dead hate.
It's a dead hate, everyone.
Okay, think fast. A bill you get monthly that starts with the letter C.
Corona.
No.
Cable.
Oh,
Carpet.
I couldn't even think anymore.
Virginia.
Corona.
Yes. And I don't know if I've ever heard of the monthly carpet bill.
There's Corona bills these days. I'm just saying.
Corona bills?
Some people are getting Corona fees. You look at your receipt.
You can make him leave.
Yeah. I haven't gotten a Corona bill, so it's all about me.
Broadcasting from the offleaseonly.com studios. Offleaseonly.com, now offering free local delivery and no payments for 90 days. Save thousands. Offleaseonly.com. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the KVJ show. How the heck is everybody doing here today?
Great.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you, it is swampy outside, man. It feels like you stepped in some kind of Jurassic World. It just, man, it's hot and muggy. They got some kind of advisory out today.
It's hot, it's muggy, and there's like some Saharan dust about to blow in and mess with everybody's allergies.
That sounds like a Coke shipment.
So have fun.
That sounds awful. People always wonder why I wear such warm clothing to work, because you're right, it is so hot outside, but it is freezing in this building. So you get hot, you get real cold. Not
It's a
good
weird
for the
place.
Not good for the immune system, I don't think.
No, No, kind of a weird place. So, yeah, there you go. I saw a bird in traffic on the way here. Again, we usually get to this stoplight and I make this illegal turn where you're supposed to turn right and I always go straight.
I always think I'm getting jacked.
Yeah, because I pull right in and all aggressively. You know, I drive aggressive on my way here in the morning.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me
I got somewhere to be.
Yeah.
If you're not in a hurry, you best move from my way.
Yeah, no, same way, because I do all my work from home. I come here last minute kind of thing. And, yeah, so it's light. It's all about the timing. You get the light right. And so I go through there, and then we kind of go through some back streets, you know, so it's kind of nice. And then you just have that big, oh, Lord, not today. I was coming straight. Did you see that car turn down the wrong way and was coming straight at me?
You made an erratic turn. Yeah, I was wondering what happened there.
I was just like, I saw it. I'm like, well, because you know when it's dark in South Florida and everything's a one-way kind of thing, and they got those medians and dividers, and if you don't know where you're going. So sure enough, a car comes pulling straight at me, and I'm like, going, I don't need a head-on today.
No.
I just, not what I need.
What were they doing? Going the wrong way up a one-way?
Yeah,
So-
they started going the wrong way.
That little area that happened at,
Yeah.
a lot of odd stuff goes down there. I have not seen one, but 3 men collapse in that area at different times where police are aiding them.
Yeah.
I have seen car accidents. That's a little Bermuda Triangle area.
Well, I think what it is, it's kind of, it's like a homeless town. Because, yeah, I saw that guy sleeping in the street the one day, and I thought that was probably kind of alarming. So
Not a safe place to nap.
That's a non-related story of the 3 I'm talking about.
It is. It's unrelated. Yeah, I called 911 on that. I'm like, hey, you know, somebody might want to go wake that guy up.
You guys might want to move.
Someone's
It's
in
so
the
dark. It's really dark back there. There's not any street lights really, and so yeah, sleeping in the street is a bad idea, or driving the wrong way. You know, it's easy to get confused and drive, you know, the wrong way down the street. So it's crazy. And then you got all 3 of us trying to get to work. So it's just, I mean. This time of morning, that whole place is chaotic.
Well, you call 911 about the person sleeping in the street, and then the dispatcher goes, again?
yeah.
Because it happens.
It is, yeah. Well, I kind of know from the racetrack and all that. I hang around that area, and so I actually kind of know all the cats around there. They just kind of live and where they sleep, and
I know
all
quite a
that.
few of them, too. I don't want to brag either. It sounds like you're bragging. I know where they
Well,
live, too.
They always come and talk to me while I'm getting air in my tire at the racetrack. So I think I've had conversations with all of them. They just sit down and we just talk. And
We actually have a few KVJ fans that are homeless. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be funny or anything. They listen to on a radio.
when our listeners become homeless, they move near the radio station. And I think that's what it is. We're putting together kind of like a KVJ homeless commune.
I've talked to a few that live by the gas station that are listeners of ours.
Yeah, I think we could go bring them donuts or something this morning.
Tell them don't nap in the street.
Well, I don't know if it's them napping. Now I feel like I'm butting into their life, and who am I to say anything?
Yeah, I don't know if he's napping. He could have been dead.
Yeah. Exactly, Kevin.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
I personally thought the guy that I drove by was dead.
Well, we don't know. We don't know. So if anybody needs a donut today, might be those guys. May have to go down there and surprise them. Well, welcome to it. It is the KVJ show, not only on your radio. We are streaming live on the 97.9 WRMF app. That is absolutely free, something that you can get and you can download. And you can also watch us on YouTube. All you have to do is just go to YouTube and search for the KVJ show.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in a second in your dirt of the day, I will tell you about the crazy death of Elizabeth Hurley's son's father. Crazy stuff here. Drama we'll get into in a second. Before we do that, I love this. Snoop Dogg has a Kobe Bryant tribute. I'm very excited to hear this.
Okay.
There's a little bit of Snoop Doggy Dogg.
A 6'6" guard from Lower Marion High School, Kobe.
The stage is set, it's go time. Peep the scene, we in the mix. It's 96 and rising from the Philly streets, a teen trying to find his direction and make that connection. Not knowing what to expect, then taking it step by step, then you weather through the rain. In your heart, in your brain, trying to learn the terrain. Ice water in your veins, your aim, carve a new lane. Covering the canvas with your paint, in a picture to end up a fixture. Too large for any frame, you beat the odds by a mile. All grit, no smile. A new goal.
Okay. All right.
In other news, Joel Schumacher of Batman Forever, he was the director on that movie, and The Lost Boys and St. Elmo's Fire back in the day, passed away at the age of 80. I guess he was battling cancer. And finally here, Stephen Bing, who is the super duper rich guy that Elizabeth Hurley had a kid with. Now that kid is now 18. Damien is his name. Elizabeth Hurley's ex apparently jumped from the 27th floor of the building where he lived, said to be depressed with isolation due to coronavirus. And so, yeah, he jumped from the 27th floor of his building around 1 o'clock yesterday.
Going to work, visiting loved ones for no reason at all. While life is unpredictable, some things are certain. Razors are still expensive. Waxing still hurts like the dickens. And Body Details is still the best choice for your hair removal needs. Learn more at bodydetails.com.
Celebrity parody, not Morgan Freeman.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 1, get an attorney. When you or a loved one have been injured by another's negligence, an experienced attorney can make a huge difference. At Rubenstein Law, we will find all of the insurance, make sure your injuries are documented, and work to get you the best result. While each case is different, a well-known insurance company's own study showed people with a lawyer, on average, got more money. Call Rubenstein Law at 1-800-FL-LEGAL. Offices in Palm Beach and throughout Florida.
What does art is there with what you need really mean? Well, it means first that you can rely on Art Plumbing, AC, and Electric to be there when you call. A real live person will answer and listen to learn about your plumbing, AC, or electrical problem. It means your art technician will arrive on schedule and tell you up front exactly what it will take to fix it, with no surprises, guaranteed. Art is there with what you need. Art can fix it.
Sometimes the urgency of a better future compels you to act, We are in such a moment as a global pandemic and a cry for racial justice challenges communities.
I'm Doug Sherman, Treasure Coast Market President for Bank of America. Our company just committed $1 billion over 4 years to help communities address growing economic and social inequality. This means providing help where it is needed most: healthcare, housing, jobs, and supporting small businesses. Along with my teammates here in the Treasure Coast, we commit to the important work that lies before us.
Bank of America N.A., member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
If you've been involved in a car accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. And take back control of your life.
Office in West Palm Beach.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What do you think about Jay Bird?
You ever read something or find out news that you want to be excited for it, but you kind of don't know if it's worthy to be excited? Did you see that story about Stonehenge?
No.
It said archaeologists have discovered a wide circle of deep shafts surrounding an ancient settlement close to Stonehenge, opening up new lines of investigation into the origins and meanings of the mysterious prehistoric monument. Mm-hmm. Does that do anything for you? They found, I guess, some new things near Stonehenge that has baffled archaeologists, and they're thinking, okay, maybe we got some more information about Stonehenge. Boring, not that sexy. Am I just searching?
Can I vote?
I know your answer.
I don't even have to tell you.
But Stonehenge,
my vote.
Stonehenge, that doesn't at all fascinate you, why they're there, how they got there?
Oh my gosh. If you took me all that way and the only thing we saw was a bunch of rocks in a circle, I would kick you in the nuts.
But what's weird to me is that they're just now finding new stuff, aren't they? There's not much out there.
Well, we've got new technology, and so there's a lot of stuff because that was so long ago that they're now, what they're doing around there is they're able to see ground penetrating radar and seeing what it is. And they're still trying to construct who were these people, how did the rocks get there, what was it used for, and so all these new details add to that.
Do you think, and I know you obviously don't know, so just play along with me here, do you think that there's a chance that the Stonehenge has anything to do with aliens?
Yeah, there's a chance. Yeah.
Okay.
Surely. I mean, you know, it's like the Ancient Alien show that you can watch on Netflix, which I'm sure Virginia watches all the time.
Oh, my God.
And there is a lot of prehistoric civilizations that have an understanding of mathematics and the solar system that is advanced for their time. And that's, the premise for the show a lot.
Were they smarter than us, you think, back in the day? From a certain point of view, if they could figure out all that stuff with rocks?
It was more important to them, so they had to be. Like for us, I think we dismiss the sky a lot. I know Virginia does.
We do, and we really shouldn't, because I think there's answers, and we should honor the sky.
But for them, it was of primary concern because it had to do with crops and their own civilization and their existence. So if paying attention to something determines whether you live or die, you pay attention to it.
You bring up a good point. I feel like modern people, we don't look at the sky, the stars for answers.
Somebody else does it for us.
But maybe there is something to that, though. I guess that's why people do follow astrology, because they think there's something to it.
Yeah, if you believe in astrology. But aside from that, it's not a life or death thing for us anymore.
I just wonder if there are answers that we are not just quite tuned into. We're not looking in the right area. We're not like you're saying, we're not looking in the sky enough. Mm-hmm. Do I sound high? All right, I'm not. I swear I'm not.
Yeah, it's a fun game too.
Do I sound high?
I swear I'm
Denny's has to come in here and tell us if you're high or not.
He's nodding his head yes.
All right, I had Stonehenge, Virginia. That's what I have.
Stoneheads?
Yeah, Stonehenge.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I wanted to bring this to you guys because I was up till almost midnight last night, and I was hot pissed. You know, with our schedule, if any of us are up at midnight, it's a bad thing.
It's bad.
So yesterday, Magnolia has her little friend that lives in the neighborhood, the same little girl that we took down to the Keys with us. She's been hanging out with this girl the whole quarantine. She lives down the street. And it's the little girl's birthday. Yesterday was the little girl's birthday. So, we brought her presents, and it's a whole thing. And Magnolia had asked me if she could sleep over at the little girl's house last night, Monday night into Tuesday, because they were having a sleepover, and the little girl invited her to come over and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right. You can, and you have to make me a promise, though. I mean, I distinctly had the conversation with her in the kitchen. I know exactly where we were standing, what we were wearing. I said, if you go to this sleepover with this little girl for her birthday on Monday night, you cannot leave our neighborhood. You have to stay in our neighborhood. Now, this little girl has a 17-year-old brother that drives.
Oh, okay.
And so Mags is always asking me, hey, can we go to the 7-Eleven? Can he bring us? And if it's nighttime, the answer is no. If it's daytime, the answer is usually yes. I have a thing about I don't want her outside of the neighborhood after dark.
Okay.
So
she's 15.
She's 15, just turned 15. But, I mean, he's a 17-year-old driver. Even if the kid's responsible, it's just a lot could go wrong. I don't like it.
I get it. There's going to be a lot of things, Virginia, that you're going to find the next 3 years that you're not going to like.
So when I was right around like 14 or 15, anybody that I was hanging around that had a car and who was older, in my mom's eyes, they were just evil. Like, you are not allowed, because she saw that as me getting my freedom.
So last night, it's around 5 o'clock, and I check because I had that app on my phone, Life 360. Parents, you should get this app on your phone and make your kids have it on their phone. And it tells you exactly where they are. It tells you how long they've been there. It tells you the rate at which the car they were traveling in traveled. So you can see everything about where they've been and what they've done. So,
gosh, I would have hated that if my mom had that on me. It would have been.
I feel like you would have figured out how to beat it, though.
I probably would have, because I would have had nothing but time to figure out how to.
Well, there is a way to beat it, and that's what's coming. So 5 o'clock, she's in the neighborhood, no problem. Okay, I check it. I'm getting ready for bed. It's about 9:30. I check it, and it says Magnolia's location services have been turned off.
Yeah.
That's how you beat it. You can turn your location services off, therefore disabling Life 360. She had gone to the beach with a group of kids, and the 17-year-old was driving.
At nighttime?
At nighttime. It was, now you're talking about 9:30, I discover this as I'm getting into bed and getting ready to close my eyes. So I start texting her, why are your location services off? What are you doing? And then she finally cracks and admits she's at the beach.
Okay.
Which is a big no-no, because we talked about this on Sunday night.
It's also a big no to crack so easily, Mags. I mean, come on. Jeez.
Yeah, there's no spin. There's no nothing.
There's nothing, Mags?
Talking to me is like talking to a cartel leader. If I'm pissed, you're not going to do well.
Well, here's my question, because in my opinion, this is a pretty major infraction.
I agree.
If I was to blatantly disobey my parent, there would have been...
We talked about this on Sunday night, specifically.
But are you going to be all soft? What's the punishment? Because to me...
So last night, she had to come home. First of all, here's the other problem. None of these kids wanted to leave the beach. And so
Of course not. It's awesome.
They're having a great time.
Yeah, and then when you have that one kid that's like going, gosh, we got to leave again because of your mom.
They're never going to leave. They'll never leave, and she'll have to leave on her own.
It was literally an hour from 9:30 to 10:30 of me telling her she needs to come home. And she's like, Mom, I'm trying. They don't want to leave. But I said, okay, I'm going to get in the car and come to the park and get you right now to the beach.
Oh, geez.
Gosh, Mags, you made so many mistakes.
I said, when I get there, all the kids that you're with are going to know who the hell I am. But I didn't say hell.
What if you did that?
I was going to come on that beach, and they were all going to know who the F I was.
What if you started yelling at one of the kids like, but I love you during the day. You're so awesome, Virginia. They were a huge Virginia fan.
Oh, man.
So all of a sudden, she was like, okay, Mom, okay, I'm getting in a car right now. They're bringing me back.
You made the ultimate threat.
And then, so she came back, and now it is, gosh, like 11. And she's home, and, the sleepover's done because she was supposed to be sleeping at the girl's house. I'm like, no, you're coming home. You're not sleeping at the girl's house. And I said, you're going to be grounded. Mm-hmm. And you're lucky I don't call your dad and tell him what you pulled.
Instead, I'm going to talk about it on the air tomorrow so everybody knows.
Yeah.
They're not up. Yeah, so
So
that's what
how
I'm
did
coming
it-
to you with.
Okay.
She knows she's going to be grounded. She knows that there's going to be some sort of punishments, but
Yeah.
I just wanted your guidance maybe so I don't overreact and handle the I mean, she blatantly disrespected exactly
It's a big
what
one.
I told
no,
her.
it's a big one. You had ground rules, and you were being cool to let her do something.
Yeah.
During this time where it's not, not everyone's going out and doing stuff.
A sleepover with multiple girls over there.
And then you got this kid driving around.
The kid is 17. Now, the kid is very responsible. I will say that. I know the parents. I talked to the parents.
It's not about that.
The kid is one of those, he's kind of, I would say, errs on the side of always really nervous and paranoid about safety and stuff like that, to the point where sometimes he ruins the fun for the other kids because he's like, no, we have to be super careful. So I don't think that the kid is bad.
No, I don't think he's bad, but he wasn't nervous enough when Max said we got to go because Mom's ordered Max.
I don't think those kids have to be home till 11. So that's the difference. I think those kids have an 11 o'clock curfew because Mags comes strolling in right before 11.
How awesome. Like you're 15, you have an 11 o'clock curfew, you're on the beach. I would never be allowed to have done that.
Yeah, they drove in a Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're living the life.
Well, the one thing I think that's tough is a parent. I think too often we focus on how you enforce things with your kids and how you discipline them. And we don't spend a lot of time on talking about what really are good parameters for your kid. Where should it end? And it is tough. A lot of kids deal with this where other parents, because when you got a friend group and everybody's got different parameters, having a discussion to say, okay, this is what I think is realistic and this is what isn't. I think sometimes we blow too quickly through setting the parameters and what is truly right. Here's what I want a desired behavior out of my kid. Here's going to help to get that desire behavior that I want. So what does that mean in the restrictions that I put in their life? I think sometimes we just breeze through that and say, okay, curfew's at 10 o'clock, and we don't necessarily even as parents know why. We've just set that up. And then here's your kid in a world where other kids have different curfews and different parameters on their life, and it causes a lot of strain because I remember being in those type situations. I always had the tightest curfew, the tightest restrictions, and it just continued to build resentment. And I felt like there was a breakdown in trust between my parents and myself. Kids want to feel like they're trusted, and I always felt like the best thing when my parents finally got parenting me right, they put responsibility on me to say, don't make us have to put these really strict parameters on your life. We're giving you freedom. And so that's the approach that we've had with our kids. And luckily we have, like, my kids have never been arrested. I got arrested, I think, 3 times in high school. So, but I had the toughest restrictions, but I was pushing back against those barriers because I think my parents set them a little bit too tight. And I could have been with good kids doing good things and just been having innocent fun, but they almost pushed me into a friend group where I'm like going, oh yeah, I'll show you. And it became contentious instead of like a group effort where it's like, hey, look, I want to get you alive through your high school years without a serious arrest record. And let's get through this together. What is realistic? Who are the people you should be with? Who shouldn't you be with? What should you be doing and what shouldn't you be doing? And kind of work with your kids to set what those parameters are and spend more time on setting the restrictions than worrying more about then, okay, how do I punish them so that I change their behavior?
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And that's something that I was trying to express to her last night was like, you've broken my trust. I trusted you. I let you do kind of whatever you want within parameters in our general neighborhood. But all of your little friends are here in this neighborhood. And so I've been loosening up with you. And so now what do I do?
Well, maybe are your parameters set correctly? If
I
her
don't
friends
know.
are at a certain level, certain area, and she's with a kid that you say is almost too safe, and she's in the neighborhood or at least not far from it, and they're not out, exactly where they are. They're at the beach and things like that.
No, they were at the beach on the ocean, probably about 12 minutes away. 10 minutes away.
I don't think your parameters are off for not having your daughter at a beach at nighttime.
And this is what I had a problem with. Like, she wasn't in control of the situation because she couldn't leave. So she's stuck here regardless of what goes down. She's now at the will of these kids, which are set differently. So she can't control her own situation.
Does she have the Uber app and things like that? Could she call an Uber if she ever was in that situation?
Yeah, but I don't let her Uber unless it's an emergency.
Well, you don't want to be in that. No, you don't want her Ubering from the beach. Now you're Ubering from the beach and it's at nighttime.
She's not allowed to Uber unless it's an emergency, and she's definitely not allowed to Uber at night.
To defend you, I feel like you do talk with Magnolia. I feel like you do give her freedom, and there have been parameters set. So, do you not punish her? I mean, how does this work? If you blatantly go against the rules and you're being cool about it as a parent, don't you have to punish?
I think you do, but I don't know like what is appropriate, so I don't do what Kevin said and like totally turn her against me and create a war at home.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's that. I had 2 years where it was just constant war at my house, and I know it was exhausting for my mom. It was tiring for me, and I had all the energy. So it was tough because you're right. You don't want that, and so that's why I think setting the parameters is key. And then you got to say, okay, hey, look, when my parents came at me, and my dad really took this tactic, I'm really disappointed in you. Like I've defended you, and I've tried to stand up for you, and I'm trying to give you the freedoms that you want. And you kind of did me rotten. You made me look bad to your mom. And man, that happened one time. I did that. And I was like, dang, okay. And it really, I think I grew up a lot in that moment because I'm like, okay, I'm responsible for my life and my own behavior. And I had somebody who was an advocate for me, and I did him wrong because he stood up for me and got me the freedoms that I wanted. And then I abused those freedoms. And then after that, I really kind of started to straighten out. That was kind of a turnaround for me. But I was appreciative of, the fact that they trusted me and said, hey, be smart. You're at an age now where you got to start making good decisions for yourself. In 3 years, you're your own adult. You got to figure out these kind of problems for yourself. You need to know who you hang out with, situations that are bad, how to get out of them, when to get out of them.
And you got to have a plan. You can't just go to the beach with no plan at night when you're going to be coming home. Like all kind of stuff happens on the beach at night with like vagrants that hang out down there.
And you are coming from a mom's perspective, and that's the right perspective. But you were 15 once, and her nature is to go out and hang out with the friends at the beach. I totally get that. I mean, that's what you're fighting against. You were 15. It's only going to get worse. She's going to want to be doing more and more and more.
And, here's the approach now. Yeah, she disrespected and deceived you. And so there's two different approaches. You can be the heavy and lock it all down, take things away, be strict. And I'm not saying one way's right or wrong. And then the other way is a way that my parents had tried on me where it was like, you know what? Trust is the most important thing that you have as a person. If nobody can believe you, and I stress this to my kids all the time, and they're not where I want them to be, because I'm like going, look, if no one can trust you and believe you, your word is all you have. And if I can't trust you, then you're going to have very tight restrictions because you can't be trusted. And, let her know that, hey, you violated trust. You broke that. And so your restrictions are going to get tighter and tighter. So if you want freedom, be honest. Even if you're kind of maybe stepping out of bounds, I'd rather you be honest about stepping a little bit out of bounds because it'll be not as bad for you as if you try to lie and cover it up.
And then she goes back to her friends, guys, I totally got away with it. Yeah.
Well, she wanted to be on that sleepover last night, and that got canceled, and she was crying, and it was like dramatic. And meanwhile, this is like my bedtime.
You're in a tough age.
Yeah, talking about it publicly is probably punishment enough.
Well, I want to do the right thing, and I know sometimes I'm too in it and emotional and mean and bitchy and all that. So I just want to get perspective so I make thoughtful decisions, not rash, emotional decisions like I usually do in life.
Right. I hear what you're saying.
I usually get pissed and strike and then feel bad about it after.
Some of the comments coming in, your parameters were not off, or perimeters. Anything can happen at the beach at night. Mags was wrong. She has to be punished. No friends for a month. She doesn't do it again, somebody says.
I lean more towards punishment than the whole sit down and let's talk about our feelings kind of a thing. That's where I come from. I know I don't have kids. I get it.
And the only reason why I stress out a little bit more is because my mom was harsh. Came down, she'd be like, no friends for whatever, and I'm going to constrict your life, which I felt was already constricted.
That's it, though. You had a different life than Max.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm a different person. That's why you got to parent kids differently. And I went, oh, yeah, and then I'm sneaking out, and people want to know what I got arrested for. I mean, I don't even remember. I got arrested so frequently. I really did. The cops knew me. and it was a small town. And so the cops
probably curfew.
It was a sport. No, it was vandalism. You know, we would TP houses. We would do different stuff like that.
I did that too. I just never got caught.
Underage drinking.
Wow, you guys are hard.
Yeah, the cops did nothing, but it was a game every Friday night. It's like we hit the streets, and this one cop, Donnie Shaw, he knew I was out. I knew he was out. And it was just this cat and mouse game the entire night of him trying to catch me and me trying to not get caught.
You really did grow up in an 80s movie.
Yeah.
So
Donnie Shaw.
So Kevin definitely different than Mags. And Kevin had a mullet. Mags didn't get no mullet.
Yeah.
So
Mags is a good kid, and that's what Panda was trying to remind me as I was dropping F-bombs and really upset. She's a good kid, and that's true. She is a good kid. But, I mean, I told her you can't go out of the neighborhood on Monday night. And she went to the beach. She knows I don't let her go to the beach at night.
Right. And that's it. I mean, I think there definitely needs to be some kind of punishment because it was well stated, well understood. She completely went against it. And, you know, you could maybe say, hey, let me help you decide how to get yourself out of this situation in the future. Because you know it's going to be bad for you if you don't. So if you're faced with this and your friends and they're driving and they're taking you someplace that you can't go, how do you get out of this and how do you make better decisions the next time?
in the Pennington household, this would have probably got a minimum a month restriction.
Ooh.
A month.
A month.
A month. Yeah, to blatantly lie to turning you're conniving with the turning off of the it's premeditated.
She's claiming she did not turn it off.
I mean, now
Yeah.
She's claiming it was a
Doesn't look good.
functionality issue with her phone.
Mags, now you did it all wrong, Mags.
Yeah. Doesn't look good. And again, it's just she's just proving that she can't be trusted. And that's the tough part. Because when do you let her out and give her more freedoms? Because she's lying to you, and you know you can say, "Hey, look, you're a kid that can't be trusted."
That's an interesting detail you add on the end there. With I didn't know the feature turned off.
Yeah, she's like, Mom, I don't even know how to do that. And so I went into the app on Life 360 and figured it out in 15 seconds.
You can do
how
it.
to turn off my location on the app. So it's very easy to do.
Okay. Fascinating stuff.
That's what you say when someone texts you and you act like, I didn't get the text. Maybe my phone's been acting up.
My
I hit
phone
that.
reboot.
I was driving to the valley. There's no valleys in Florida.
Reboot, update. You just start throwing words out.
What do you think about this text, Virginia? Somebody said that Virginia overreacts, then she doesn't truly punish. So she blows up in the moment, and then it settles down, and then the punishment is next to nothing, and same thing she does with Rocco. Would you say that's a true statement, yes or no?
Totally.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so it's like, so you have your...
That's why I'm coming to you and asking you for help.
Right.
Because I don't want to be that, because I am self-aware, and I do know that I do that, and that's not... I think helping raise a teenager.
And I don't know, maybe that's not how you do it.
I didn't punish her yet. I didn't tell her. I mean, other than taking away the sleepover last night.
Oh, yeah, what a punishment. You have to go home at midnight. It's like, that's not a punishment.
Okay.
It was a punishment to her. She was bawling.
I hear you.
She really wanted to be on this sleepover, and so she was very, very upset.
Mm-hmm. And people would like to let Mags know that she should have just left her phone at her friend's house and she would have never gotten caught.
That's what I didn't want to say it.
But how can you snap from the beach if your phone is at your friend's house?
Mags needs to get a Denny's.
Somebody else has got, somebody else has got to take the photos and be like, hey, send those to me.
You got to get a Denny's and have them take the photos, Mags.
That's the one thing. She won't leave her phone. She will not leave her phone behind. She's too tied to it.
Well, she's got to decide what's more important.
Yeah, going forward, she may
What's
leave
more
the phone.
important?
Mags, the smoking gun is the phone.
Yeah. Come on, girl.
But I text her. And so if she left the phone at home, then she wouldn't be able to respond to my text. And then I would know something was up. I would go over to the little girl's house. It's a 2-minute walk from my house.
You're right. I can see the conundrum.
I would blow that whole thing up.
Okay. Well, tell me, do you think this sounds awesome or is it too much? A double king bed.
Ooh. I think it sounds awesome. When is Sleep Number making one?
It sounds pretty fascinating, and I kind of love the concept of it. I'm like going, okay, is it just too much? Because as it is right now, we already have a king bed, and I love the size that you have with it.
That's what we upgraded just recently to the Sleep Number king bed, and it is great.
With the king, do you feel like you have enough room now?
Yeah, well, I love it because one, you have a lot of room. Plus, if you got some people in there and you're watching movies, so often people watch movies. Now you could have like 3 or 4 people sit on the bed and watch, and you're not all crammed into one spot.
Me and Rocco and Panda can sit in there, and everybody's got their own space. It's nice.
This new double-size king bed is 144 inches wide. The average king-size mattress is 76 inches.
Oh, my gosh.
So it's
like a sectional.
It's a legit, almost like 2 king beds. Now, you'd have to have a monstrous room to put this thing in. And you can't opt for a smaller version that's 108 inches wide. But, yeah, they're making beds a massive size now. And I wonder if any of this is a reaction to the pandemic and the fact that people are going to be spending more time at home and more time in their beds or working from their bed, and they want to spread things out and have more room.
I can see that. I do a lot of work in bed.
Yeah. It's
now
pretty
is
cozy.
the time to make your home the most comfortable because you might be in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
A good bit.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Mags.
They don't look like they're cheap. The one that I see, this one king mattress, $7,000.
Ooh.
For one that's pushing it. So
that's a lot.
Yeah. But
you're buying
a used car.
Yeah, you're buying a used car. And it's the size of one, too.
And it depends upon the size of your room. I don't have the biggest house. I don't have the biggest
Yeah, you have
bedroom.
to knock down some walls to make that big daddy fit.
If you're compromising and you can't walk, you have to shimmy all around the side of your bed.
It's not worth it.
Then I don't think I'd go with it. But if I had a big enough room to put it in, I'd probably have to put it in my living room.
You would. You have to put it in your living room.
Sleep in my living room.
I got big nightstands. I feel like I could downsize the nightstands and make at least the 107-inch one work. Sleep Number, call me.
Well, just to let you know that if you want a double the size of a king bed, they're actually making it now. So you can go and get that.
Double anything. Just think about it. Double burger.
Double cheese.
Yeah, double cheese. Yeah, grilled cheese. I mean, double anything's the best.
It's very infrequent that the word double is not coming with something awesome.
Double money.
I mean, I guess double neck fat would be bad.
Yeah. I hear you. All right. Anything you want to sound off on, you can always call in or text the KVJ Show, 877-979-WRMF.
From the WRMF Freeman Injury Law Traffic Center.
Car accident? Before you call the insurance company, know your legal rights. Call Freeman Injury Law. 800-561-7777.
800-561-7777.
This report brought to you by offleaseonly.com. Now offering free local delivery and no payments for 90 days. Call 561-222-CARS. Save thousands at offleaseonly.com. Well, at the moment, we have no major incidents to watch out for on your roadways 95 and the Turnpike, up to speed for the most part throughout Broward and Palm Beach counties. This report brought to you by Massage Envy. I'm Suits 979 WRMF.
Commitment to safety has never been greater. Go see the measures they're taking and book your next massage, facial, or stretch at massageenvy.com. Massage Envy. Keep your body moving.
Hey, West Palm Beach, Dunkin' wants to help you get back in the swing of things with $1 medium hot or iced coffees for DD Perks members. It's the coffee you love now at an even better price. So DD Perks members, come get your $1 medium hot or iced coffee. Not a DD Perks member, but still really want a $1 coffee? Join on the Dunkin' app today for an easy, contactless way to order and pay. Pick up in store or at the drive-thru. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
Now is the time to buy your dream Audi at Audi Coral Springs. Shop a huge inventory of over 500 2019s and 2020s, including the most popular models. And with low interest rates available, now's the time to buy at Audi Coral Springs.
If you are injured in a car crash and seeking an attorney, Hicks & Motto Attorneys at Law is a name you can trust. Hicks & Motto is a mid-sized law firm that will provide you with the personal attention of a small firm, coupled with the ability to commit all the financial resources needed to pursue your case. With over 100 years of combined legal experience, Hicks & Motto is your personal injury law firm. Hicks & Motto, committed to getting you the best possible result. Call 561-683-2300 or hmelawfirm.com. You have questions, they have answers. Call Hicks & Motto.
South Florida weather is 15 seconds away from the H. Gregg West Palm Beach Weather Center.
At hgregg.com, your time and safety is their priority. That's why they're introducing H. Gregg Direct, the safest way to purchase your next vehicle. Shop their virtual showroom, choose your financing, and order a contact-free delivery to your home. Visit hgregg.com now. Save more, drive happy.
Good day. Tracking a few inland thunderstorms. Some of them could be on the strong side. Heavy rain, gusty winds, maybe even some small hail. Otherwise, after sunset, the thunderstorms do dissipate. Tomorrow, more of the same, hot and humid. Temperatures around 90 with a few inland storms. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Steve Villanueva for 97.9 WRMF.
Quick Hit Weather is brought to you by NewSouthWindows.com.
New South makes windows that are both energy efficient and hurricane resistant. New South windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers because they know Florida weather. For a limited time, save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Admit it, you're still on Facebook, and so are we. Follow the KVJ Show. 97.9 WRMF.
Okay, we told you that masks might be a reality, and it looks like that is going to be the case later on today for Palm Beach County. And pretty much all the counties in South Florida are doing something that is going to require some masks. The vote is going to be going up in the Palm Beach County City Commission today. And it looks like they are going to be voting positive as some news outlets have gotten to some of the commissioners and said, hey, how are you going to vote today? And it looks like they're going to have enough to make it mandatory in Palm Beach County.
Isn't that something? Today's the one day I forgot to bring a mask. I forgot to bring it.
Yeah.
It's actually apropos.
Isn't that the way it always is?
Yes. It's totally.
Today would be that day.
I got you, bruh.
Oh, I love it. Deep down, I kind of knew that.
Panda gave me these really cool New Orleans Saints masks.
All right, cool. So I'm a Saints fan now.
Yeah, you're a Saints fan. You're a big Saints fan because it's bold. Saints! Right across the front. But
yeah, they say that if you do not have a mask, any violation would be a misdemeanor, which could result in a fine or arrest or both.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
What are you in here for? Didn't wear a mask. All right, kick his ass.
I mean, it's better than the alternative, which is shutting everything back down, right?
I think maybe that's what they're doing.
That's what we want to do, guys. We don't want to have to shut stuff down again. We can't afford it.
I don't think people would allow it. I think there's a population of people, even if the government said we're shutting down, they would not do it.
You're right. You're right. And then it's bigger problems
is.
than just a mask. Then it's like a whole uprising.
Well, this seems to be the compromise, but still some people are not willing to compromise. Everything from the videos you were talking about yesterday, Jay Burr, where the guy stormed into the Walmart without the mask. And
did you see it?
I did, yeah. And those kind of situations happen. You know, it's crazy town. There was an older guy, and he tried to go up against a much younger person that was much bigger, and he winds up falling down, but then is shoving the person forcefully.
He
that works at the Walmart.
fell on his own accord.
He did.
You don't get into a fight in slides like that. He fell on his own shoes.
But the thing that was interesting about that video is he's saying everyone's wearing a mask, everyone's wearing a mask, and then you see down in all the comments somebody zooming in on one of the employees without a mask on. So he's preaching mask, everyone's got a mask on. One of their employees doesn't. So it's all chaos out there.
Yeah, that's why I think they want to get some uniformity to it, because it has been chaos, because they left it up to us.
Yeah.
And go figure. We can't figure it out. So they're like, unfortunately, like, okay, government's got to step in to try to help you knuckleheads out because the cases are going through the roof. So this is the decision that they have come up with, but it's going to be pretty much like what's going on in Broward and Miami-Dade counties for Palm Beach, likely after today. Until now, Palm Beach County's only required masks in county buildings and on buses. But now this is going to be something that anywhere in public, you will have to have a mask on, just going around. So it's not even up for debate in a private location, any place in public. you have to have that mask on.
So technically, if I go downstairs in the parking lot looking for a mask somewhere in my truck, on my way to the truck, I could be arrested.
Yeah, I'm going to call you in. This would be the funniest thing to rat you out for. And I will sit in my truck and video it. Oh, we're going viral.
You do got a video. And if you are going to rat me out.
And I tell the cops that I think he's armed and dangerous.
That's messed up.
I think what is going to happen with this, if you're saying, okay, what is this really going to mean, is I think that for the most part, because the enforcement's part of it. You can have the regulation, but then you have to have the police that would enforce it. And I don't think it's really going to be enforced if you're in a more spread out area. So if you can maintain social distancing, I think they're saying that's fine. But if you're going to be in a crammed location around other people where if you are contagious, that you won't be infecting others.
That video you speak of the old guy walking into the Walmart, the bigger guy working at the Walmart, he had to act as a bouncer, and he got in front of him. I mean, technically, if you get in front of somebody and you make contact with them, can you get in trouble by putting your hands or making contact with them? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know what the rules are on that. So
I think that guy was acting as a protector of the business, and that was his job. And the other guy was out of line.
The other guy was way out of line. And if you are somebody that's working a business like that, and you get some guy like that's going to come in and they're going to bum rush it, then what can you do? I think you can stand in front of them, and if they make contact with you, then now it's up to you to try to physically remove them. But here you go. You're getting into an altercation type thing. If they do anything, and even if they are not hurt at all, they're going to be like, I'm suing Walmart because you broke my arm or something like that.
And the person that has to stop, they're not getting paid enough to be involved in this kind of crap. How much money is that guy making? Is he getting anything extra to the mask bouncer? Probably not.
Yeah. So what do you do if somebody really tries to come into your place and they are determined to not wear a mask, and they're physically going to come in, and it would take your staff now to try to restrain them and throw them out of the location? I mean, that's the reality of what it is. You think that's the obscene, like we wouldn't even have to mention that, but with that video, it shows you we have to mention that.
There's more than one video, too, of people doing that crap.
So it's happening not only in Palm Beach County, but the mayors of a dozen cities in Miami-Dade, like Miami, North Miami Beach, Hialeah, Miami Gardens, Aventura, and Doral, they announced that they're going to be requiring people to wear face coverings in public, too. Now, their directive differs from the countywide order that says people must wear a mask indoors in public places, but only outside in situations where you cannot practice social distancing to remain at least 6 feet apart.
I think that's smart. I mean, if you're outside and you can be 6 feet from people, then I mean, it's going to be tricky to wear a mask, especially if you're exercising.
If I'm walking my dog, Chewy, which I have to do at least twice a day, and there's people out, but I'm nowhere near them, I don't have to wear a mask, do I?
Yeah, you don't even come 10 feet within people when you're walking your dog. I mean, you just don't.
After Kevin's story, I don't let Chewy's snout go anywhere near another dog's butt.
But the way that you're reading it, would he have to wear a mask when he walks his dog?
Well, if you would be in Miami-Dade, I mean, the way that I'm reading that is it says people must wear a mask indoors in public places, but only outside in situations where you cannot practice social distancing.
All right, we're cool.
But that's Miami. The thing that you read earlier, I thought was Palm Beach County, and it was going to be different.
In Palm Beach, yes, the order includes all the cities in the county, not just the unincorporated parts, and it says will require people to wear masks in public after a commission vote today.
In public is different than indoors.
In public means just outside.
In public means outside.
If I'm taking out my trash, I got.
So walking your dog, you got to wear a mask.
And I think it's where you can't social distance.
They need to put that in there.
Yeah.
And it might be in the official thing today. This was just, they were asking people, like, they're walking into a business saying, hey, how are you going to vote on that? And so they're like, yeah, I'm going to vote for the masks. But they didn't
Dogs must wear masks.
Dogs.
Today, when they do the vote, you'll get the exact specifics. So this time tomorrow, we can tell you for Palm Beach County what all that means exactly. This is just a vote for it being in public.
Hopefully they'll mirror what Miami has done and be sensible and say, okay, if I'm outside walking my dog and I can remain 6 feet away from anyone, I shouldn't have to wear the mask.
Oh, you'll see people lose their mind. If they're forced to wear masks while they're exercising, people are they're going to lose their mind.
So in Miami-Dade right now, the masks are mandated in public for patrons and food workers, but masks do not have to be worn on the beach unless you are unable to social distance. And in Broward, facial coverings must be worn by patrons in public indoor spaces and by all food workers except while eating and drinking.
Okay.
So that's how every area has their ordinances set up. And it looks like Palm Beach County today will join in with Broward and Miami-Dade with similar restrictions. Now, we did ask on our Twitter, does the government have the right to make masks in public mandatory? Because I'm just kind of curious, what kind of pushback are you going to get? Because I'd already seen some on social media, so I was kind of curious, what would those numbers look like possibly? So your two options, does the government have the right to make masks in public mandatory? Yes, just like a seatbelt. 79% say that yes, they do have the right to make masks in public mandatory, and 21% says no, it violates my rights.
I am not shocked at all by those numbers.
That sounds about right. 20% are going to go rogue.
Yeah.
And you're going to see those people getting tased, and it's going to be ugly.
I'd say 20 to 30% would say, I do not want it violates my rights.
That's what you're looking at right now, at least according to our very unscientific Twitter poll.
It feels very scientific.
Oh, it has 63 votes. It's very scientific.
Yes.
At any given time, I think 20% of us are ready to rogue.
I always think just 20 to 30% is always just, it's a little, they're just different.
So what do the latest numbers mean exactly as they're trying to tell you to strap on a mask? You know, a lot of people are saying, hey, Florida now has over 100,000 cases, all this kind of stuff. Basically, the headlines that I am paying attention to, you do your own thing, but here's Kev Logic. I looked on Monday, and the number shot back up on the percent positive of all the tests to 16.1. That's the highest I've ever seen it.
Because yesterday you said it went down a little bit, right?
Yeah, it had gone down just a little bit.
Boy, how does it
took
change?
a rest for the Lord's Day, but it made up for it on Monday.
It was Father's Day as well.
It was Father's Day. It was Kevin's birthday.
Yeah.
It took a rest.
Yesterday when I reported, it was 9-something. Now it's 16.1 as of the test that came in for the day. A month ago on the exact same date, the rate was 2.4% positive, just to let you know.
It's jumped a bit.
It's jumped a bit. Now, the big headline, again, is just that the number of deaths seem to be going down. And so that was kind of the discussion that I was having with some people. What does that mean? The age has gone down, and so have the deaths. But my big question is, are there long-term effects for younger people? And I did see in Pasco County this last week, the first teenager died of COVID-19 in the state of Florida. So, you know, it is still a threat. How big of a threat? And what does it mean? Because when you hear Governor DeSantis, he seems to almost shrug it off, being like, yeah, it's the young people getting sick. They'll be all right.
Tell that 17-year-old's parents he'll be all right.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering, okay, were there other conditions that caused that
Great
death?
question.
And if I am relatively healthy and let's say I'm 24 and I get coronavirus and it's, you know, yeah, it's maybe one of the worst diseases I've had in my life, but is that going to like climb back up when I'm 40 or 50 or 60, be like, whoa, we didn't realize, but your organs are a mess. You must have had coronavirus 30 years ago.
Here's the tough thing about long-term effects. We have no idea.
I know. And
you have a short-term disease.
That's the only question I have, because it is alarming, you know, when you're seeing as they're getting some of these college football teams back together, like Clemson had 21 players test positive for coronavirus, and you're saying, okay, is that a big deal or is it not a big deal?
Does this mean we're probably going to get more COVID-19 parody songs just because it's looking like it's going to be around for a while?
That's not fair.
Because that to me is one of the
like everybody blew through everything they could.
think you're
How
right.
do you make a disease worse?
I have noticed that they're not around
They've
as
slowed.
much. I think everyone's like, all right, this is getting awful.
Good, because they were.
Like deaths, the numbers are down.
You're right.
So there you go. So that is the latest of what is going on. You want to put your thoughts into the Twitter poll we have. If you're on Twitter, you can go check that out. Just look for KVJ Show. I'll see if Dennis can put that up on some other platforms as well that you might be on, so you can sound off on what you think about wearing masks.
From the WRMF Freeman Injury Law Traffic Center.
Car accident? Before you call the insurance company, know your legal rights. Call Freeman Injury Law. 800-561-7777. 800-561-7777.
This report brought to you by offleaseonly.com. Now offering free local delivery and no payments for 90 days. Call 561-222-CARS. Save thousands at offleaseonly.com. Well, at the moment, we have no major incidents to watch out for on your roadways 95 and the Turnpike, up to speed for the most part throughout Broward and Palm Beach counties. This report brought to you by Massage Envy. I'm Suits 979 WRMF.
At Massage Envy, their commitment to safety has never been greater. Go see the measures they're taking and book your next massage, facial, or stretch at massageenvy.com. Massage Envy. Keep your body moving.
Businesses are starting to bounce back. But what if you could do better than that? What if you could adapt, deliver, and succeed in new ways with new customers? At Comcast Business, we're committed to helping you not just bounce back, but bounce forward with one of our best offers ever. Get a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution for only $29.95 a month for 3 months with a 2-year agreement. It'll help you stay ahead with a network you can count on, stay connected with 24/7 support, and thrive with flexible solutions that work wherever you are. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go online today to find out more. Plus, ask about other offers to get a prepaid card worth up to $500. Comcast Business. Offer ends 7/5/2020. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 100 megabits internet and one voice mobility line customers. Early termination fee applies. After 3 months, enrollment in EcoBill and auto pay required. Equipment installation taxes and fees extra, subject to change.
Sometimes the urgency of a better future compels you to act. We are in such a moment as a global pandemic and a cry for racial justice challenges communities.
I'm Fab Brumley, Palm Beach County Market President for Bank of America. Our company just committed $1 billion over 4 years to help communities address growing economic and social inequality. This means providing help where it's needed most: healthcare, housing, jobs, and supporting small businesses. Along with my teammates here in Palm Beach County, we commit to the important work that lies ahead.
Bank of America N.A., member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
Florida is getting back on its feet. But we still need to do our part to help stop the spread of COVID-19 with these 3 simple actions. Wear your mask to protect yourself and those around you. Practice social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet away from others. And wash those hands. Scrub with soap and water for 20 seconds. Let's all stay safe and stop the spread together. Visit floridahealth.gov for more information.
These are times when everybody wants to stay as healthy as they possibly can. And we know this. A healthy immune system is the best fight against illness. I know this from going and having the IV hydration therapy. Whenever I'm feeling a little funky or like I'm getting something, I have gone and got IV hydration therapy at Nuvo Health and Wellness, and bam, it knocked it out. I just love the IV hydration vitamin therapy. I swear by it. It makes you feel better. It just revitalizes me and gets me on top of my health game. And right now, we want to be as healthy as we can. At Nuvo, it's not just about IVs. They also do that DNA test where they swab your cheek and tell you exactly what kind of diet you should be on that works best with your DNA, so you get the maximized results from your diet and fitness program. Really cool stuff. They also do hormone replacement therapy. They also do all your aesthetic needs like face stuff and anti-aging stuff. So it doesn't matter what you're needing right now, they can help you at Nuvo Health and Wellness. Give them a call. They're right there on Clematis, 561-631-9047.
Call your legal team at Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE for a consultation.
Broadcasting from the offleaseonly.com studios. Offleaseonly.com, now offering free local delivery and no payments for 90 days. Save thousands. Offleaseonly.com. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach. Here's what's coming up on the Dirt of the Day. Dirt of the Day.
Well, Vince Neil put out a post on social media. He is all upset about a murder. Yeah, he talked about it on Instagram, and I'll share it with you coming up in your dirt.
Entertainment updates 5 minutes after every hour from the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
I got Camp KVJ here for you again. Gonna be some cool stuff. 4-pack of tickets to Rapids Water Park. One of the cool things to do here in South Florida. And I was talking to Randy, our program director, yesterday, and we're just kind of discussing, okay, well, it's kind of weird right now in radio to try to figure out, okay, what are we going to do that's going to be fun for people? what do you do? She was like, okay, what can we do like right now? I'm like, well, it's kind of weird because a lot of the stuff that we would standardly do as a radio station, we're in such a weird time. And she's like, would people want a new kitchen? Do people want a convertible? And I said, cash is always king and that's always fun. And, we got some stuff planned with that. But it's like, well, what do people want to do? And I was like, to me, what I think is really cool is finding something fun to do. It's a little bit different where you still have peace of mind of not getting the coronavirus and you're not spending a ton of money, because right now people are uneasy about finances. I know my family is. I know a lot of families are a little bit more restricted than what they have been before the pandemic.
Well, everybody took a cut in this room.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's hard. Yeah. Some more cut than others.
Yeah, we lost a salary in my family.
That's a lot.
It is, yeah. So we're readjusting because of that. But I said, you know what? When we went paddleboarding the other day, gosh, that was so much fun. You're out there and you're in nature, and it's one of the beautiful resources that we do have here in South Florida. And so I'm like, maybe I'm all up in it, but to me, all these different places that offer paddleboarding, kayaking, jet skis, all that kind of fun stuff, do more of that, maybe give away some paddle boards, that kind of stuff.
This just in, 7 snook tested positive for COVID. Just kidding.
Hey, don't kiss or breathe on the fish, then.
Just kidding.
There goes my plans for making out with a snook.
She said, do you think people want to do camping?
I would love to do camping. It's only thing is, it is so hot. You are going pretty much into the hottest time of the year.
Well, we were talking glamping. We were talking about getting like a tricked out RV that you could take out.
I would love it. I think it would be so much fun. When are we going?
Yeah.
When?
So would we buy an RV?
You could rent one.
Yeah, not sure. We were just kind of kicking that around because we were just saying, hey, what would be fun? And I'm like, I think just a lot of stuff around here where you can kind of feel like you're getting away. You can do something. You're out in nature.
I think that's great. But I love that kind of stuff, though. I think that would be so awesome.
It really is a great prize, too, for right now, because that's after I went down to the Keys and I actually got out of my house, I realized that that's something that I can do safely. I can navigate that and not be afraid that I'm putting myself at risk. There's ways you can go camping and be super safe.
Some of the funnest times I've ever had is getting a group of my friends going to Jonathan Dickinson State Park and staying there overnight. And we did it. We weren't glamping. We were low budget tents, and it still was fun.
Yeah. So I was like, that'd be some fun stuff. So hopefully we'll have some cool things for you, because I know some people are having to cut out their summer vacations. They're like, we just can't afford to do it, or they just don't want to go to a strange place and they don't want chance checking into a hotel and all that kind of stuff.
We were going to take Rocco to Disney. That's been the plan for like 8 months. He's been talking about going to Disney because one of the little kids at his preschool told him about Disney. Thanks, kid.
Oh, yeah.
So he came to us like 8 months ago and said, I want to go to Disney for my birthday. So that was the plan. I'm like, sorry, kid. We're not going now.
For camping, you can do so many fun things. Start your fire, camp songs, scary stories around the campfire.
Oh, yeah.
S'mores. Do you take walks together?
Yeah. A lot of fun.
Would you rather? Who would you do? All kind of fun games.
With the kids?
Oh, not the kids. No, I'm thinking about adult games.
Who would you do,
sorry,
kids?
My bad.
Okay, kids, let's play F, Marry, Kill.
I don't have kids. I was thinking about my own life. I was being selfish. I apologize. Yeah,
not listening to
Okay,
kids.
who would you play with? That'd be better for the kids. Sorry.
You could do, yeah.
You could play that. Who would you play with? Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse?
Okay.
Or Donald Duck or Daisy Duck?
Play date or not so great?
Play date or not so great?
Who do you like?
All right, all right.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Well, I think our ideas are starting to fall apart. So let's move on here.
Hopefully Randy's not listening.
Yeah.
We tried.
4-pack of tickets to Rapids Water Park. Danny is on here from Davie. Hello, Danny.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I guess you got a couple of kids that you'd like to entertain. You think would love to go to Rapids Water Park?
Oh, totally. They've been stuck in the house for 4 months, so they would be super excited to go.
And how old are your kids?
10 and 13.
Oh, yeah, that's prime age.
That'll be
They're
a good time.
itching to get out.
Very cool.
Yeah, totally.
All right, well, Danny, you enjoy yourself with the kids at Rapids. We got a 4-pack for you, okay?
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Love you.
Love you.
Too. 42 water slides and attractions to check out.
You know how we kind of made people growl last week for the lion? Should we make them sing the jingle part for the rapids for the
Ride the rapids, have some fun.
Ride the rapids, everyone.
I don't know.
And if they don't know it, then we get their kid on, be like going, "Hey, your mom just blew it. No tickets, kid." Ha! And then hang up on them.
I think people.
It's a little intense.
I think people would be mad, but I still think they would listen to that.
All right, man, we'll try it out tomorrow.
People are desperate.
Make sure your parents know the jingle, kids.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, what is Vince Neil talking about on his Instagram? A murder on his front porch?
You would think he would not want to ever talk about murder.
Right?
Whoa. Yeah, he is upset, and rightfully so. I'll share with you the details coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, it was a big day yesterday. We told you about the sad story that Bubba Wallace, the NASCAR racer, somebody had found a noose hanging in his area there, getting ready for the race in Talladega. But NASCAR came together yesterday to support Bubba Wallace, and it was a beautiful tribute and just a whole group of people that love and support him and wanted him to feel that love yesterday. I think we have a little bit of what it sounded like.
The deal that happened yesterday, sorry I'm not wearing my mask, but I wanted to show whoever it was that you're not going to take away my smile. And I'm going to keep on going. I've been a part of this sport for a really long time. The pre-race deal was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to witness in my life. From all the supporters, from drivers, from crew members, everybody here.
Mm-hmm.
Aw. Yeah, they all walked alongside his car and with his car, and all the different teams kind of came together in a show of solidarity.
It was really good. It was really amazing and powerful, and I'm really proud of NASCAR for taking the stance that they have, where it's no tolerance for any kind of racism, and they really are saying to a lot of their fans that this is the way that we are going to be treating this sport, and you can come along with us, or we don't care. You can fall off and be left behind. And I did see a lot of good old boys saying, well, too bad, 4 generations of NASCAR, I guess we're done.
Then that's the stance you take, and I don't think NASCAR is going to miss you.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to stand by your hate, it's just so sad. So, yeah, everybody showing support on the track for Bubba yesterday. It was a beautiful thing. In other news, this is pretty funny. So there was a Zoom bat mitzvah for Gilbert Gottfried's daughter, Lily. So, of course, a lot of things have been canceled. Bat mitzvahs, bar mitzvahs, everything, parties. So they did this whole Zoom thing where they had a bunch of family members on Zoom doing the bat mitzvah. Lily was there. Gilbert was there. His wife was there. But they had also some older family members that were there. And you could tell somebody just came to their house, maybe set up a computer and showed them how to log on and get into it, but forgot to show them how to log off and shut down the Zoom meeting. One of their elderly relatives, 70-year-old Francine, is how she's being identified, did not shut down her Zoom, and when she was done watching the bat mitzvah, realized that she needed to take a shower. So Francine proceeded to get undressed, walk around the room, and she was on the phone at one point, like completely butt naked on the Zoom for Lily's bat mitzvah, and that is awesome.
Wow.
Poor girl. I hope they don't tell her. Just, you know what? Take the computer out of her house and don't tell her what happened.
That's right. She didn't need to know.
She does not need to know. And finally here, Motley Crue singer Vince Neil took to Instagram to talk about a murder on his front porch.
Who did he kill now?
His 5-year-old Yorkshire Terrier, he says, was brutally murdered on his front doorstep by 2 evil neighbor dogs. And he says he has it all on security camera. Now, the dogs, I guess the neighbor owns the dogs, and the neighbor is trying to say that Vince Neil's dog went over into their property and was killed by one of their longhorn steers, one of their big bulls.
Okay.
But I guess it's not true because according to Vince Neil, he's got security camera footage of his dog being killed in front of his house right there on the porch.
It can absolutely happen. Dog on dog crime can happen.
Totally can happen. Vince goes on to say that the neighbors are trying to cover it up, and he is praying for justice because these two dogs are apparently still running free in the neighborhood, and the neighbors haven't really done anything about it.
When my dad lived in Texas, he said there was these two dogs that were always on the loose, and one time they jumped Chewy, and Chewy fended for himself, but Chewy's got a scar on his snout from when they jumped him. Yeah, he's all bloody, but Chewy held his own, got him off of him.
Yeah.
It was horrific.
I remember the one time Snoop Dogg went after Nate Dogg.
No.
I think so.
I don't think they ever fought each other. I don't think there was ever beef between them two. Was
Look
there?
it up. Dog on dog crime.
I am looking that up. I don't think Snoop and Nate were. Now I gotta Google this. Snoop Dogg.
I love just sending him on a weird random.
Because what's gonna happen is
Yeah.
I'm gonna find something interesting that's sort of near this story, and then I'm gonna fall.
And then you're just going down the rabbit hole.
Done.
Yeah, dog on dog crime.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Thought I'd throw this birthday in for you, Virginia. Jason Mraz. Today is turning 43 years old.
Talk about a peaceful, sweet dude.
Big fan of his. Also, got to throw on a birthday here to Janet from her favorite daughter, Afton. So there you go. Thank you very much for that. Want to get a birthday shout out on the KVJ show? You can send us the emails, mail@kvjshow.com.
Snoop Dogg and Nate Dogg never had a beef with one another, but they did have several collaborations.
Okay. Thank goodness.
Yes.
I know, unfortunately, Nate's no longer with us, I believe, correct? Yes.
It's hard to beef with a dead guy.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
I don't know. I've talked to some of my relatives. They have beefs with dead people.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Well, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, what would you say is the best show of 2020 that you have seen so far? And it doesn't have to be a brand new series. It could be one that is in current production that is going on right now. I know people are burning through their shows and they're trying to find new stuff, and there's not as much material that is coming out because I know, for instance, like my show Billions, they were forced to do a mid-series or mid-season finale because the coronavirus had hit and it shut down production. And so they were able to do only 7 episodes, and now they're on hiatus until who knows when. So if you're looking for some new stuff and need some ideas, Rolling Stone is telling you the best shows of 2020 so far. What do you think about their list? And you got anything to add to it? We'll talk about it coming up next on the KVJ show.
Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. Well, that's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. Well, that's alright because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie.
I can't tell you what it really is. I can only tell you what it feels like. And right now it's a steel knife in my windpipe. I can't breathe, but I still fight. Well, I can fight as long as the wrong feels right. It's like I'm in flight, high off of love, drunk from my hate. It's like I'm huffing pain. I love her the more I suffer. I suffocate right before I'm about to drown. She resuscitates me, hates me, and I love it. Wait, where you going? I'm leaving you. No, you ain't come back. We're running right back. Here we go again. It's so insane. When it's going good, it's going great. I'm Superman with the wind in his back. She's Lois Lane, but when it's bad, it's awful. I feel so ashamed. I snap. Who's that dude? I don't even know his name. I laid hands on him. I never stoop so low again. I guess I don't know my own strength.
Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. But that's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. Well, that's alright because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie.
You ever love somebody so much you can barely breathe when you're with them? You meet, and neither one of you even know it hit them. Got that warm, fuzzy feeling, yeah, them chills used to get them. Now you're getting sick of looking at them. You swore you'd never hit them, never do nothing to hurt them. Now you're in each other's face, spewing venom in your words when you spit Now I know we said things, did things that we didn't mean, and we fall back into the same patterns, same routine, but your temper's just as bad as mine is. You're the same as me, when it comes to love, you're just as blinded. Baby, please come back, it wasn't you, baby, it was me. Maybe our relationship isn't as crazy as it seems. Maybe that's what happens when a tornado meets a volcano. All I know is I love you too much to walk away though. Come inside, pick up your bags off the sidewalk. Don't you hear sincerity in my voice when I talk? Told you this is my fault, look me in the eyeball. Next time I'll lay my fist at the drywall. Next time, there will be no next time. I apologize even though I know it's lies. I'm tired of the games, I just want it back. I know I'm alive, if she ever tries to leave again, I'ma tie her to the bed and set this house on fire. I'm just gonna
stand there and watch me burn. But that's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. But that's alright because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie.
Kind of excited because I saw that Cobra Kai has been marked to leave YouTube and head over to Netflix, and that includes the first 2 seasons of the show that I have not yet seen. I was just kind of like waiting because I didn't want to pay for that subscription.
Yeah, I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Well, you saw it. You loved it.
I'm kidding.
You said it was a 10 out of 10.
But it's completely geared for somebody my age. I am the demo of Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
So I'm going to speak highly of it.
Well, I think I would like it too. If you like the movie and you're that demo, then it would work. And you say it's held up season 1, season 2, both solid?
Loved them both. And what they've done is they've tried to also have younger storylines to bring in the younger people. Because there's a whole teen angle to it as well for the younger, generation.
Yeah.
Or demographic.
Daniel's son is past the romantic age.
Yeah, but there's rumors that Allie with an eye is going to be back in the new series.
Okay.
Also, there's rumors Virginia Terry Silver might be coming back.
Wow. Big stuff.
These names mean nothing.
I know, they don't mean a thing.
Well, there's all kinds of shifts in the landscape when it comes to watching your shows, where they are. I mean, they're always going from here to there, and your friends leaves Netflix and goes over here and somewhere else, and The Office is here, and you're like, where the heck is everything anymore?
Which The Office is leaving Netflix. Don't sleep on that, everybody.
Yeah. So if you want to do that, you're right. I need to probably jump on that pretty quick. Where is The Office going?
I think it's going to the NBC Peacock network they're doing. So
Right,
you have to pay for it again.
Jeez. I mean, that's just it.
Which
so.
I will. I'm not paying for it.
Well, yeah, we started looking at that. My wife and I finally, when we were kind of like cutting some stuff, we're like, all right, we need to cut down on some of these subscriptions because you get in there. And then I realized, too, I had done that Disney free for 7 days, Disney Plus, to watch The Mandalorian, and I did. And then I thought I had gone through and canceled it. I thought I got a receipt saying, okay, you're canceled. And then it was still there, and they were charging us. I was like, what?
Did you save your receipt?
I think I did a screenshot of it, and I don't know what exactly happened, but she went through, and
that's a mess, man.
It is, and it's like they make it so difficult, and I knew that going in, that once you sign up, they make it's so easy to sign up, and it is such a chore to unsubscribe, even from a free subscription.
There might be a thing in the fine print that says, yeah, you can cancel, but after 30 days, we'll cancel.
That's how
So, like, you pay for that first month, and then after you won't get charged twice. You'll just get charged that 1 month.
No, they dinged me for how many months was it since then? It was probably, 3 months ago?
You're
4
getting
months?
dinged for every month.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
And you canceled?
I thought I did.
You didn't cancel correctly. That's what he's saying.
Oh, my
It's
gosh.
chicory.
Yeah, and I even stayed until I got a notice saying, okay.
I went through this with CBS All Access. I bought it so that I could watch Big Brother when I was on a trip somewhere, and it was like the finale of Big Brother. I didn't want to miss it. And I was on the phone. They put me on hold for 47 minutes, and it was just a waiting game. Who's going to hang up?
Yeah.
Is my phone going to drop out?
It's a chore. It is. I mean, it's
47 minutes.
Okay, you guys really made it so easy to sign up for the free subscription, but it's so difficult to cancel then when I'm done with
Well,
it.
yeah, that's what they do. That's
and
how
that's
it is.
why
at the-
you can't give any of them your credit card. If they tell you it's free, but you got to give your credit card,
Yeah.
you say, no, it's not for me because I know you guys are going to swindle me and it's not worth it.
That's how it is at the gym. That's how I've signed a 13-year-old contract with the gym. If you they give you like a 2 or 3 week grace period. If you miss it, you're automatically signed up for the next year. There's nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's awful.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah, so you're going to start watching these because more and more of them are coming out. And just to let you know, Disney Plus has gotten rid of that 7 days free. If you're going in there for anything, you have to just subscribe now.
I kind of like it only because it has all the Star Wars movies available, but I already also own them, so what am I doing?
I know, that's kind of where I am. And these are the decisions that we're having to make as to what we get with some of these shows. And some of these networks only have one show worth watching. And you're like going, do I want to pay this much money just to watch one show?
It's a lot if you think about it on those terms. Yeah, because like he bought YouTube Red
for one
show, which you loved, Karate Kid. But now, how many months later, and you're still paying $10 a month?
It's like all the people who just listen to the KVJ show just for the dirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same concept.
It is, except it's all free.
You're right.
Yeah.
So it's not really a good analogy.
It's not. I don't make many of them. Good.
Well, and there are really weird, interesting things that happen too when you have Netflix. Like I got into Better Call Saul. Somebody said it's really good, maybe even better than Breaking Bad, right up there. So I was like, okay, great. So my wife and I got into it, got through 4 seasons, and I knew there were 5. Got excited. I'm like, okay, season 5. It's not on Netflix. I'm like, oh, well, I'll go on to the on demand because that had happened to me before with S-Bombs Creek. And so I went to go get it on the on demand, and you've got to pay for it. It's like $3 an episode.
It
now.
is. It's a lot. All of those are $2.99 an episode. You'd have to spend like $80 to see the first 2 seasons.
$2.99 an episode.
Yes, and you don't. Some of them you don't even get to keep it. Some of them's renting them.
Yeah.
Buy show.
And we had such great momentum. I didn't know. That's why I'm always trying to figure out when to jump into a show because I like to maintain the momentum. And so my wife and I were like, I don't want to spend, like $30, $40, $50 to watch this when we've watched 4 seasons for free.
We are making less money right now. We can't afford this programming. So $2.99 a show. They can scratch.
I know. So we got to wait for, and there's no announcements. Like when will Better Call Saul come to Netflix to join the other 4 seasons? When will the 5th season join the 4 other ones? You don't get those announcements. Don't know. But Better Call Saul is Rolling Stone's #1 best show for 2020 so far. And I've heard how good it is. That's why I got into Better Call Saul in the first place, was to see season 5.
On principle, though, you cannot pay $2.99 an episode.
I'm not going to.
That is ridiculous. It's not fair, and I hope nobody else does. But you know people will.
You're a man that I feel like you get recommendations from a friend, and that's what makes you go and watch something.
Yeah, listeners do help a lot. They'll suggest things, and I'll go check them out and see what they're all about. I usually wait until I get about maybe 3 endorsements for something. And then after the 3rd time I hear it, I'm like, okay, I got to go get that.
I followed one of your endorsements.
What's that?
I watched that David Spade movie on Netflix.
Yeah, you didn't like it, you said.
Ooh. Oh, man. I don't know, Kev.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now don't listen to me anymore.
That's on Kevin.
Yeah. Some of the ones that I recognize that they have on the list, and a lot I don't. The Good Place they've got for NBC at number 8. They've got BoJack Horseman on Netflix. That's on my queue list. And that's it.
What's BoJack? Is that like a violent?
No, BoJack Horseman, it's a cartoon. I think it's one of those adult cartoon that they do so many of now.
Yeah.
Like Good Burger or whatever they call them, or Bob's Burgers or something like that. They got like a ton of those kind of shows now that are cartoons.
It's definitely not Good Burger.
There was another show called Good Burger.
It was. That was the one from the 90s. Welcome to Good Burger.
Right,
Now I take your order.
Yeah. I don't recognize a lot of these shows. Maybe I've heard of Brockmire. They got that at number 2. It's on IFC.
Huh.
I have heard of that one.
Okay. Normal People on Hulu. Never heard of that. My Brilliant Friend, The Story of a New Name on HBO. Never heard of that. These are Rolling Stone's best shows of 2020 so far.
Imagine that. Rolling Stone made a list too cool for the room.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I just wanted to throw this out because I was reading this. I'm like, going, is Rolling Stone too cool for the room, or am I just so out of it?
I think it's both. I think we're all out of it, and I think they're too cool for the room.
I mean, when would you ever have time to watch all of these?
Well, that's just it. That's why I really want to get a strong endorsement, because I don't want to waste time on mediocre television. If I'm going to invest in, I want to see something like, oh, I'm glad I watched that. Because a lot of stuff you want to be part of the conversation. Because people always reference things, pop culture references. I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. But now that I've seen a show, I'm like, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, Kevin needs to expect the unexpected.
What does that
See,
mean?
it's a TV reference Kevin doesn't understand, Virginia.
Big Brother.
Boom.
Oh, okay.
Is it coming back?
I don't know. Expect the unexpected.
That's a great answer to anything.
You never know what's going to be on.
What's going on with Corona?
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
It's a great answer to everything.
Better Things on FX, Raimi on Hulu, Little America on Apple TV, and High Fidelity on Hulu. That's part of the top 10 that they've got. I only recognize 2 out of the top 15 they recommended. So
Rolling Stones. They can scratch.
We do quite often talk about how dumb Rolling Stones lists are.
Well, they do. They try to have that alternative outside perspective, man. This is popular because it's not popular.
Because we said it's cool, therefore it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thanks, Rolling Stone.
Somebody said if you have on demand, just record the new episodes as it plays. Now you have it forever, free of charge. Rookies. Yeah, I will tell you that, and I did do that with Better Call Saul. I didn't realize it until after I gone 4 seasons on Netflix. Then I jump over, realize you got to pay for the new seasons of 5. I set it to record, and I keep checking every week, and it's not recorded any new episodes.
The person who sent that in calling us rookies, that's just, you explained it beautifully. Sometimes you can't record them all. You want to.
I have it on my queue to record,
can't.
and it's not recording them. So
It won't let you.
Yes. So, and I typically don't go record a show that I'm not watching.
You need to get Denny's to come over there and do some dark web stuff for you. I bet he can find a way to get it.
Yeah, there are people on the slide that get anything.
Oh, Denny likes going on the dark web just for his hobby. He just likes doing it for relaxing time.
Plug for Brockmire. It's fantastic. Hank Azaria. It's raunchy. Short 30-minute episodes. Only 4 seasons. I think I have heard of that.
Is that the one where he's an announcer?
Yes, I think it's a sports announcer.
My buddy JR speaks very... Oh, my gosh. Oh, jeez. Okay, sorry.
A bird is on the balcony.
I thought it was a...
You thought you could get murdered
he thought
on the air?
end was coming.
I don't know what that was. It looked like someone was trying to break in.
It does kind of look like a sniper in his defense.
Does. Oh, my God.
The bird is casting a shadow.
It looked like someone like pulling a gun on us.
We may be wound a little tight.
Okay.
I heard that show was really good, Kevin.
What were you talking about?
that Hank Kazarin show or whatever.
Hank Azaria?
Whatever. Boy, this is a bad minute.
Kazarin.
Bad 90 seconds of radio.
Yeah, so somebody said a good trick is to buy a Visa gift card, keep a balance of $5 to subscribe to all these shows.
Oh, will it take a Visa gift card?
That is a good question. I don't know. I assume that they've done it, and it does, or they wouldn't have sent that in.
That's pretty smart.
A Visa gift card. Interesting.
Yeah, you buy them, and then that's the card you put down. I like it.
I hear a lot about little fires everywhere. A lot of people were checking that out, and somebody said, yeah, that should have been on the list, and it's not.
If you want a good ride, watch the show Alone. I know I keep talking about it. It's really good. You were talking about camping earlier, Kev?
I've seen the advertisement. It's on Netflix, right?
It is. They only have 1 season on Netflix. I'm so annoyed.
Have you seen the new game show, The Floor is Lava, on Netflix?
I saw the preview for it yesterday, and I'm like, how are they going to make a long... It looks nothing more than just the... what is the thing where
American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, it looks exactly like American Ninja Warrior.
It's kind of like that, but the floor is lava. You fall into this red hot, supposedly lava.
It looks like red water. So it's an American Ninja Warrior with people in not as good a shape, and they're jumping into red water instead.
It's trending #1.
That doesn't mean anything.
They say.
That means nothing.
It changes every day.
Yeah, the trending I think is a lie. I think they manipulate the
try
trending.
To get your attention.
Yes, that's how it got me to watch that Too Hot for TV.
I always watch whatever's trending.
They got
get
you.
you.
They trick you.
I like it though. I watched Outer Banks for that
That's
reason.
the one. I could not think of it over the weekend. I was going to watch it.
I loved Outer Banks.
Yeah.
And yes, I know I'm too old for it. Keep your emails to yourself. I enjoyed it. It reminded me of the Goonies.
G-Bird's going to come in here on Monday and tell you how stupid it was.
No, but people are backing me up on that David Spade movie, Kevin. You could not have liked that movie.
I
The
did.
Wrong Missing?
It was not good.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah, I believe
liked
so.
it.
Well, 'cause
Sorry.
Rob Schneider's in it. Of course it's going to suck.
Yeah, his part wasn't great.
Neither was David Spade's.
I thought it was good. They hate me. I don't care.
I don't hate you. I just hated the movie.
Yeah, I like it. Coming up here in a couple minutes, Denny's or Animal. You can go on ahead and jump on right now to play next. 877-979-WRMF.
From the WRMF Freeman Injury Law Traffic Center.
Car accident? Before you call the insurance company, know your legal rights. Call Freeman Injury Law. 800-561-7777.
800-561-7777. This report brought to you by offleaseonly.com. Now offering free local delivery and no payments for 90 days. Call 561-222-CARS. Save thousands at offleaseonly.com. We have police activity to watch for that's blocking a right lane right now on 95 northbound. Look for that at Forest Hill Boulevard. And checking on your commute in Broward County. Got a crash on 95 southbound. That's just beyond Oakland Park Boulevard. One left lane blocked in the area. This report brought to you by Massage Envy. I'm Suits 279 WRMF.
At Massage Envy, their commitment to safety has never been greater. Go see the measures they're taking and book your next massage, facial, or stretch at massageenvy.com. Massage Envy. Keep your body moving.
Well, talking about all the networks that I have and the binge watching that we like doing, yes, I have downsized on a few, but the one thing that I do love is convenience because there is so much stuff out there. It's confusing to know exactly where you can watch this and where you can watch that and when. You know, with Xfinity's Flex package, they make it super simple, easy, and awesome to find your favorite shows. And it doesn't matter what platform they're on. Could be Netflix, could be YouTube, could be your regular cable. It could be the Peacock Network, could be Hulu. Yeah, they got it. And the voice-controlled remote allows you to just say it and it will play it. It's that simple, easy, and awesome, like I said. And the cool thing about it, too, is I got the Xfinity internet super fast, and that helps me with my binge watching. But it's also great when I'm doing my work, my kid's doing his gaming. It handles all of our demands for internet. Super fast, reliable for all your devices, all your rooms, and all the time. And when you're not home, you get those Wi-Fi hotspots, so you stay connected, you don't gobble up all your data. It's great on the pocketbook, and you can get it today by calling 1-800-XFINITY or going to xfinity.com.
Hey, West Palm Beach, Dunkin' wants to help you get back in the swing of things with $1 medium hot or iced coffees for DD Perks members. It's the coffee you love now at an even better price. So DD Perks members, come get your $1 medium hot or iced coffee. Not a DD Perks member, but still really want a $1 coffee? Join on the Dunkin' app today for an easy, contactless way to order and pay. Pick up in store or at the drive-thru. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
This 4th of July, we can't attend events, but we should still celebrate. Show some love to your favorite West Palm Beach restaurants. Dine on the spot with socially distancing seating. Pick up food curbside or have your patriotic meal delivered. Then at 9 p.m., tune in to watch WPBF 25's Project Community. Fireworks from home to celebrate West Palm's heritage and the city's fireworks display. Visit WPB.org/events for info. Powered by the Ben Hotel and Jimmy John's.
If you think you've been the victim of medical malpractice, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 and take back control of your life. Office in West Palm Beach.
Overpaying for your next car just sounds awful. Please don't do it. Go on to offleaseonly.com and see the lowest prices on vehicles out there. Seriously, they buy more cars than anybody else, and so they can price them lower than everybody else. Off Lease Only has locations in Orlando, Palm Beach County, Broward County, and Miami, so that makes them big and bad, and they have, seriously, like 5,000 cars in their inventory. The selection is amazing. Low mileage vehicles, 2016, 17s, 18s, 19s, even 2020 cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans, all priced thousands below retail with no hidden fees. This is the way you're going to save money. Offleaseonly.com.
If you don't know PPC, if you don't know SEO, if you don't know OTT, if you don't know targeted display, social media management, website development, email marketing, you don't have to. All you need to know is 2060 Digital, South Florida.
We can help you with the digital marketing your business needs, but maybe doesn't understand or have the time to execute. 2060 Digital is a Google Premier Partner. That may not mean a lot to you, but when you consider that only 3% of digital advertising agencies carry that designation, it should. If you're in charge of marketing for business, you'll likely have digital marketing questions. At 2060 Digital, we have the answers. So learn more about us and how we could potentially help your business. Visit our website, 2060digitalsouthflorida.com, and ask for a free digital audit. Log on, 2060digitalsouthflorida.com. 2060 Digital, a division of Hubbard Radio West Palm Beach.
If you've been injured in a car crash, let the lawyers at Hickson Motto fight for your rights. Their caring and experienced team will work 24/7 to get you the money that you deserve. Results matter. Call Hickson Motto to fight for you. 561-683-2300 or hmelawfirm.com.
Well, I just went through another birthday. That's just what happens in life. You're going to get older, but you don't have to give in to the aging process. Wellington Anti-Aging is there to help you out. Some of the things you start to notice as you get older, you get the lines on your face, and it does make you look older. And if you want to naturally fill in those lines, a lot of people would go, especially the Hollywood route, where they would do something synthetic to fill it in, and then they just wouldn't look like themselves. You know, if you go to Wellington Anti-Aging, they have got a great laser concept there, and it's the Morpheus system. What it does is it stimulates the collagen in your face, filling in the lines, can remove age spots as well, works on scarring to make your skin look the best that it possibly can. It'll also sculpt and tone. You can do it around your midsection, you can do it around your rear, you can do it on your arms, any place that you would like to sculpt and tone, they can do that as well. It takes years off of your life and appearance. You're going to look younger, you're going to feel younger. You can be the person you always wanted to be at Wellington Anti-Aging. Check them out online today at wellingtonantiaging.com.
South Florida weather is 15 seconds away from the H. Gregg West Palm Beach Weather Center.
At hgregg.com, your time and safety is their priority. That's why they're introducing H. Gregg Direct, the safest way to purchase your next vehicle. Shop their virtual showroom, choose your financing, and order a contact-free delivery to your home. Visit hgregg.com now. Save more, drive happy.
Good day. Tracking a few inland thunderstorms. Some of them could be on the strong side. Heavy rain, gusty winds, maybe even some small hail. Otherwise, after sunset, the thunderstorms do dissipate. Tomorrow, more of the same, hot and humid. Temperatures around 90 with a few inland storms. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Steve Villanueva for 97.9 WRMF.
Quick Hit Weather is brought to you by Allstate.
With an Allstate agent, you get a local expert and help finding the best coverage for you. And because they live in your community, you can always count on them to be there when you need them most. Plus, when you bundle home and auto, you can save. So call your local Allstate agent today. Are you in good hands?
KVJ in the morning on 97.9 WRMF. Kevin.
Oh, no.
Virginia.
Bavarian's better, dog.
Jason.
I think you're wrong, Virginia.
Listen to the KVJ Show anytime you want on your home speaker. Just use the voice command, play the KVJ Show podcast. 97.9 WRMF.
Well, if you're a big fan of wildlife, you're going to love this. Denny's or animal? We got some animal sounds here for you today. Yeah, baby.
He was feeling the pressure this morning with this one.
He was, huh?
Yeah, his last words is, I hope I didn't let Kevin down.
Oh, well, he never lets me down. How could he let me down? He's always on point. We got Josh on here from Cutler Bay. What's up, Josh?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Are you a big nature enthusiast?
Man, I am, and I'm so nervous right now.
I bet. Yeah, the pressure's on. You know, Denny's has really stepped up his game. Last week, we had somebody only get 1 out of 3 correct.
Dang.
Yeah. So,
Jeez.
I know. It's become very tough.
Like Crocodile Dundee.
Yes. Yeah, so you got a lot of pride on the line here, Josh. We've got some animal noises. You got to tell us if this is the real animal or if this is Denny's making this noise. We're going to start off here with a rooster looking for a mate in the hen house.
Ooh, sexy.
A rooster looking for a mate in the hen house. Is this Denny's or animal here? That's mating calls.
Sounds like it found a mate, didn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of anxious hens in there. Listen to all that.
That's a lot of hens.
There's a lot. That's why the rooster's so excited here. I mean, listen to that. Yeah. And we had to cut off the audio because what happens next was just too dirty for the radio.
I mean, does it sound like that hen is thoroughly enjoying that whatever?
Getting there. Getting there.
I don't think it started yet. We're not listening to that.
I don't know. It sounded like it.
He's trying to find a mate.
I don't know, man.
Josh, what do you think? Is that Denny's or animal?
Man, that one made me sweat, man. Jeez, it's not even 8 o'clock.
I know. It's hot.
It's hot.
Too hot for radio, maybe.
Oh, wow. I'll say that's Denny's.
Gonna go with Denny's on that? Yes.
Yay!
And it's instantly one of my favorites. That took a lot of. Listen how layered that
It is
that
very
clip
layered.
is.
It's very layered. Yes. Yes. It is.
47 hens.
There you go.
That's a solid 8-minute project right there.
I know.
Just on that clip alone.
I know.
Thank goodness for multi-track recording.
You're right.
Back in the day, you tried to do that on a reel-to-reel. Oh, my gosh.
That would have taken you 3 hours to do.
Here we have a warthog walking in the woods.
Oh.
A warthog walking in the woods. Is this Denny's or animal here, Josh? Savage.
Passion.
Savage.
Was that thing in the heat too?
All of our animals are very horny.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Josh, what do you think? Is that Denny's or animal?
I was making fun of this game, but I actually don't know. That was hard over the phone, man. I'm gonna take a shot here. I think it's Denny's.
Gonna go with Denny's? You are
Yeah.
correct.
Look at you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got a hot hand today, Josh. All right. We can't stop this guy.
right.
All right. Let's see here. This is the third clip. Denny's or animal? We have a wombat defending its territory. A wombat defending its territory. Is this the real wombat or is this our producer Denny's? Wow. That's terrifying, isn't it?
That is horrifying.
That reminds me of that bit you used to do called Hiss, where you would just hide and jump out and hiss at people.
That really wasn't a bit. I just did that in my personal time.
Yeah.
that never made the air.
That was just life. That was just life. What do you think there, Josh? Is that Denny's or animal?
I don't know. Maybe it was over the phone, but was that Virginia?
Yep.
I like this guy. This guy's got jokes.
It's good. We need it.
We do. There's
Like
content.
featuring kind of thing.
Yes, featuring Virginia.
That was the real thing, man.
That was the real thing.
Nice.
That's how it's done right there.
Yay.
That's how it's done. Josh, congratulations. You are a official nature enthusiast. You went 3 for 3 today. Nice job, my man.
Awesome, man. Thank you, guys.
Okay, buddy. Thanks
Legend
for
of
playing
the
along.
game. We're going to have to put his name on the plaque.
I noticed
Yeah.
Denny's did something different too. He mixed up the order. He usually goes animal, or it goes Denny's animal, then the real animal, then Denny's.
Yeah.
He mixed it up there, trying to trick people up. He's getting really tricky.
Yeah, I actually did that.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah.
You are getting tricky there.
Yeah. There's tricks all over the place.
Man, I'm just look at me. I'm tricked.
You don't give Denny's the credit that the puppet master is due.
How
Yeah.
dare I?
How
Yes.
dare you?
Kevin, I'm sorry.
No, it's
Sit
whatever.
down.
Yes. Just to let you know, there's multiple minds trying to make this tricky.
Well, it's working because I'm very tricked out.
Oh, that's so difficult.
Okay, we got coming up here in a second. Am I the jerk? Okay. Somebody had posted this up, and we will be the judges on this. Are they the jerk or not? They say, am I the jerk for refusing to be a reference for my sister? Wow. You can see where that might be a little bit contentious.
This is a tough one.
Yeah, it's an interesting little scenario here.
I have very passionate opinions because I've been burned with giving references, and then you vouch. Ugh.
It can cost you. So we'll find out a couple other scenarios as well coming up next on the KVJ Show.
Show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through a drought. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby. I look around, see the city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. I can see the sun light up the sky, so I hit the road in overdrive, baby. Oh, the city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, but I'm like this, you're the one I trust. I'm just coming back to let you know I can never say it on the phone. They'll never let you go this time. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. Hey, I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
Well, sometimes we do things in life that we feel justified in doing, but then sometimes after we reflect on it, we're like, I don't know, was I kind of a jerk in that? There are some tough situations to navigate, and so there's a website you can go to. It's technically called AITA, Am I the A-hole, is kind of what it is. We adapted up a little bit. Some of these, too, that people just emailed to us. I think this was one that we got for an email. Somebody wanted to know if they were the jerk. It says, am I the jerk for refusing to be a reference for my sister? The email said, I love my sister, but she is crazy. She drinks a lot of wine and smokes a lot of weed, and not to mention she is very unorganized and a bit forgetful. She's trying to become a nanny for a person that I know. My sister wants me to be her reference. If I was to put in a good word for my sister, she would most definitely get this job. However, I don't think my sister would be good at this job.
Oh, no.
I love her with all my heart. She's a very kind and sweet person. She is just a full-on mess with her personal life and has no business taking care of a child. I have a call with her potential employer later today, and they're going to ask me about my sister and whether she is qualified or not. I don't know what I should say. I should also tell you that my sister lost the love of her life from a car accident a couple months ago and has been very depressed. She also lost her job because of COVID-19. This would be a huge morale boost for her. It could help her get out of her depression. She really just wants this job so badly. Should I lie and say that my sister should get the job, or should I tell the truth, which is my sister has no business watching a child? Not to mention, I know these people very well. If something goes wrong, it would look bad on me, right?
Yeah.
It would. Okay. So are they the jerk if they tell their sister, sorry, I just don't think that this is a great job for you and I can't give you this reference?
I think you have to put the kids' safety and well-being in front of any other things first. And if you truly believe that your sister would not do a good job of watching these children and possibly risk their health or safety or both, you have to be honest with this mom that's looking for a nanny.
Now, does the sister think that her sister's going to actually smoke weed and drink in front of the kid, or is she just taking something in her personal life and kind of throwing a whole blanket statement? You smoke weed, you drink, you can never watch a child. Because I think that's different than somebody who parties with adults and then turns it off when they're actually going to watch a child.
Sure, yeah. You can have two different forms of who you are and know when to be on and when to be off. And my question is, now I'm an only child, so I don't know this, but in the show, Better Call Saul, he has a brother that is an esteemed attorney. He's great at the law. And so Better Call Saul, he gets basically, online and gets his law degree. And his brother definitely looks down on him and doesn't think he belongs in the law because he's been a con artist his entire life and a screw off. And his brother's like, you're just bad for the law. People like you shouldn't be lawyers. It's because he's so close to the situation. Does that happen with siblings where you are not fair to your sibling and you judge them in a way that maybe something they did when they were 8, you still are holding on to in your overall judgment that doesn't really necessarily apply to them?
Yeah, that absolutely happens, not only with family, but with friends, but with everybody.
I would ask this person saying this email, could that be the case here? Are you not giving your sister the benefit of the doubt?
Now, if the sister really thinks she's going to light up a joint in front of the kids, I get the point. But if she takes that as an adult, she does that in her adult life, I think you got to throw that off the table.
I think at the very least, if it's your sister, you can have a tough conversation with her and say, I'm sticking my neck out with people that I respect and that respect me currently. And I know here are some things that you do, and so I just need to voice myself on this, that if I give you this recommendation, that, there are some things that I need to make sure that you understand that you've got to be able to do. And let her know that.
It's tricky, too, because, if you do have a sibling thing, you might not be the best judge of what's going on here. Maybe ask other family members for their advice.
Would you give the endorsement?
Right. They know your sister, too. And if you get a little family consensus that, hell no, she shouldn't be a nanny, then there's your answer.
I don't know if you've ever given a recommendation for somebody and they completely let you down. That happened at Denny's. Denny's got a guy a job, and within the first hour, the dude passed out on this boat. He was working on a boat. He got stoned, passed out on the boat, fell asleep on the boat, and the guy came back, and the guy never did any other work. And that was a recommendation, and it made Denny's look terrible.
I have had that, and when people do come, if they ever want a recommendation, I say, look, I'm going to be honest, and I said, if you want to know, here's what I would say about you, because I think that that's only fair. That if somebody is looking for recommendations, somebody's asking me questions, be like, you may want to ask me, because sometimes you may ask somebody to be a recommendation for you, and they may not be a good recommendation for you, because I would never expect anyone to lie for me to get a job, and I wouldn't lie for somebody to get a job.
Except for us, because
the thing about it is, though, because I've had this happen to me and I've been burned severely. If you don't know how that person works, say you're just a friend, you guys have hung out together, you've done stuff together, you've been in this friend group for years, and you think the guy's cool, so you recommend him for a job, and you have no idea of his work ethic and how his employers have viewed him or her.
Yeah.
If you don't know from that perspective, you should not be giving the referral. Because what happened to me is I gave the referral based on the person that I thought this person was, but they had zero competency as far as a worker. And then proceeded to lie and do shady stuff and just be not handling themselves properly. One, they weren't capable because they weren't up to snuff, but I didn't know this person from that capacity. But I also should have looked at their challenges in the workforce, which they always got fired, and they always had a story about how it was wrongly persecuted and cutbacks, and nothing was their fault. But I should have been more keen on the worker they were.
It's one of the most awkward things to ask somebody to, vouch for you, and it's also really awkward when somebody that you don't really want comes and asks you to vouch for them.
But as soon as you vouch for them, that is your reputation.
It's your word,
And that's why it hurts so bad when my friend did terrible things.
Sure, it'll happen. I can see why she has that. So I wouldn't say that she's necessarily the jerk for doing that. It's your reputation. You're concerned.
If you're honest with everybody, I don't think you can go wrong, and you just have to trust your heart.
Somebody posted up, am I the jerk for stopping community lunch purchases? Says, my husband and I share a joint bank account, and I noticed a charge for $88 worth of sandwiches on my husband's card.
That's a lot of sandwiches.
But hold on now. How long was that for? Is that a week? Is that a daily?
He said he bought lunch for his guys at work. While we can afford it, we are trying to save up for a home renovation, so we have been very frugal in our spending. This is multiple times a week that he is spending $50 to $100 per lunch buying food for everyone. He told me it was his turn to buy lunch and tells me that I don't understand. He said, look, this is customary with my job for the boss to buy lunch for all the guys, and I told him that while it may be customary, it does not have to happen more than once a month. I asked that he stop until the renovations are paid for, and he says, I'm being too controlling. Am I the jerk?
Yes, I think you are. I think you have to trust your man, and he knows how to navigate his work situation. You aren't there. He's the boss. And if he thinks that this is helping him and helping him get better work out of his employees, you got to step back.
He knows the situation better than you do, and she even said in the email that they can afford it.
Yeah, you got to trust your man to make the right call and not control his work.
And if it was the other way around, I would trust the woman too. You know your situation at work if you're the boss, and if you feel like that's helping with morale and you're getting stuff done, and it's something that's moving the needle, well, you know the situation better.
This is one post that somebody's asking, am I the jerk? And I was like, of course, I think they are. Tell me if I'm way off base here. It says, am I the jerk for getting a waitress fired from her job because she left me her phone number? This is a 20-year-old guy, went out to dinner with his family, parents in their 50s, right before the lockdown. There was a fairly attractive waitress, looked to be in her 20s, serving us. Afterwards, she left her phone number for me with a smiley face, saying she found me cute. For several reasons, I was quite irritated by this. First and foremost, my parents teased me about this, which made me feel uncomfortable. Secondly, it seems very unprofessional and personal. I am a customer and she is the server. She doesn't know me, and this was a very forward thing to do. Imagine if the genders were reversed. Wouldn't this be inappropriate? I'd ideally just like to have my food without any issues. So after finishing, I asked to speak to the manager and filed a complaint.
Oh my God, I want to fight this guy.
I checked on Facebook for the page of the restaurant, and I saw someone leave a bad review for the place. Lo and behold, it was her. She got fired. My sister said I was a jerk for doing this, but I think I was well within my rights.
Boy, this guy sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't he?
This guy sounds like the biggest stick in the mud. I mean, somebody left you their phone number because they thought you were cute. Take it as a compliment. Your parents are ribbing you because you're such a softie and you're showing weakness that you're so upset by someone finding you attractive. You're gross.
I just feel like when you go out into the world, sometimes things are going to happen. You got to roll with it, man.
I mean, the girl thought you were attractive. Let's focus on the positive, you giant ninny.
But does he have a point, though? Because I agree with you when I think you're being such a jerk, you're getting someone fired. But does he have a point?
It's a guy that does this to a girl.
I feel like Twitter, the people on Twitter would be so fired up if a dude left a number for a chick. Oh, can you believe this male?
Can I just eat in peace without being...
No.
Yeah, it would, though.
No.
It would. And I wouldn't agree with that either.
I'm not Twitter, and neither are you. Think with your brain. If anybody leaves you a phone number and they're complimenting you and saying that They would love to get to know you. If
Mm-hmm.
you're not interested, throw the number away when you leave.
Virginia, if this was during the height of the hashtag Me Too scandal, where everyone was talking about it, you would have 30 phone calls right now.
Well, that makes no sense.
If it was, it would. I'm sorry,
But
dog.
it makes no sense. If someone's giving you a compliment, take it as that. And if you're not interested, don't freaking call
Somebody say,
them.
where's the line of compliment and harassment?
You're
Virginia?
That's not harassment.
You're getting mad at me when I agree with you. What I'm trying to say is there are people listening to that right now, especially when everything was in the media about hashtag Me Too. They would be calling in. If the example was a guy did that to a girl, they would be off with his head.
I'm telling those people you are irrational and ridiculous. Sit down and take a compliment and don't be so tightly wound.
I agree with you.
What is the matter with you?
I agree with you.
Someone thinks you're attractive?
Yeah.
That's a compliment. Go about your day.
But people, there are some people like, oh my God, I
Those
can't.
people are idiots.
Well, I'm just, they're out there.
All right.
I'm glad I don't know any of them.
Got a couple people that are texting in their thoughts. We'll get to some of those. Somebody said, yes, it is harassment. B.S.
Oh,
Virginia
my
would be so
God.
different. I agree with Jaber.
Harassment, really?
I want to get on record. I think whatever
Right.
sex gets the number, I think you should roll with it. It's not a big deal. But if it was reversed, off with his head.
Okay. 877-979-WRMF. You can sound off on the KVJ show.
Here's what's coming up on the Dirt of the Day. Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in your Dirt of the Day, you guys are 21 Pilots fans, right?
I am, yeah.
I think they're cool.
So I've got a way for you guys to be in their next music video. How cool would that be? I'll share the details with you coming up in your Dirt.
Entertainment updates 5 minutes after every hour from the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF. From the WRMF Freeman Injury Law Traffic Center.
Car accident? Before you call the insurance company, know your legal rights. Call Freeman Injury Law. 800-561-7777. 800-561-7777.
This report brought to you by offleaseonly.com. Now offering free local delivery and no payments for 90 days. Call 561-222-CARS. Save thousands at offleaseonly.com. We have police activity to watch for that's blocking a right lane right now on 95 northbound. Look for that at Forest Hill Boulevard. And check on your commute in Broward County. Got a crash on 95 southbound. That's just beyond Oakland Park Boulevard. One left lane blocked in the area. This report brought to you by Massage Envy. I'm Suits 97.9 WRMF.
At Massage Envy, their commitment to safety has never been greater. Go see the measures they're taking and book your next massage, facial, or stretch at massageenvy.com. Massage Envy. Keep your body moving.
Businesses are starting to bounce back. But what if you could do better than that? What if you could adapt, deliver, and succeed in new ways with new customers? At Comcast Business, we're committed to helping you not just bounce back, but bounce forward with one of our best offers ever. Get a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution for only $29.95 a month for 3 months with a 2-year agreement. It'll help you stay ahead with a network you can count on, stay connected with 24/7 support, and thrive with flexible solutions that work wherever you are. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go online today to find out more. Plus, ask about other offers to get a prepaid card worth up to $500. Comcast Business. Offer ends 7/5/2020. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 100 megabits internet and one voice mobility line customers. Early termination fee applies. After 3 months, enrollment in EcoBill and auto pay required. Equipment installation taxes and fees extra, subject to change.
If credit card debt is stressing you out, you've got a solution. I took 2 of my credit cards to my friend Chip at Debt Helper, and I put both cards in his program. One of them's completely paid off. One of them's almost paid off. And it is such a relief because what Chip and his company Debt Helper do is they work with the credit card companies and they lower your payments by lowering your interest rate. And this is the way you're going to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars less on what you owe with your credit card. The interest rate is what gets you. And if it's a high one, you'll just keep paying that minimum balance, minimum payment due forever. And it's not fun and it's stressful. Let him show you the light. There is a way out of the stress and the black cloud and the phone calls and all that. This is the way to do it. Debt Helper has been helping people since 1996, and they do this program in 47 states across the nation. Go online today and get the stress out of your life. DebtHelper.com.
Citizens of West Palm Beach and surrounding areas, West Palm Beach Kia has only 3 questions for you. Do you have a job? Do you bring home $350 per week? Do you want a new car? If you answered yes, then West Palm Beach Kia wants to approve your credit so you can drive home your new Kia today. Like a new 2019 Kia Forte LX for only $199 per month. 0% APR financing is now available. Or make no payments until October on select new Kias in stock. And we want your old car. Get up to $6,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade. So ask yourself, do you have a job? Do you bring home $350 per week? Do you want a new car? Then hurry to West Palm Beach Kia. Online at westpalmbeachkia.com. Stock number 190223 on approved credit through KMF. Forte $59.89 down, 72 months at 4.9% APR plus tax tag of $9.99 admin. Up to 120 days deferred payments on select new Kias. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Negative equity refinance. All factory rebates to dealer. Offers don't combine. Expire 7/4/20.
Staying safe means staying home right now, but your life still should be eventful. You just need a do-it-yourself event guide. The City of West Palm Beach Community Events Division is hosting a Hats Off to Heroes celebration. Go to their website, learn how to create simple DIY hats to salute our first responders, medical professionals, and community workers. Then post the thank you to social media to join the fun. Details at wpb.org/events. Powered by Joe DiMaggio Children's Health Specialty Center.
Summer is here, and if you're in the market for a vehicle, we've got some hot deals on Hot Wheels at Green Acres Nissan. With a major rental car company filing for bankruptcy and us being a local dealer, we're able to sell you these newer late model vehicles to up to 50 to 70% off original prices. And it's easy. 0 down and start making payments as low as $99 a month. Plus, if you need assistance with your credit, we can help with $5,000 Green Acres Nissan cash back. So what are you waiting for? Come over to Green Acres Nissan. We make it easy. Home of the real deal.
Offers with approved credit. See deal for details. Wherever you go, Direct Auto Insurance will be there for you. Whether it's early morning on your way to work or at night after a long day on the other side of town with a few errands still left to do, wherever you are, we've got you covered. To find out how you could save up to 25% and take advantage of flexible payment options, call or stop by any of our 450 Direct Auto stores for a free quote, or visit us at directauto.com. Rates, savings vary. Terms and conditions apply to coverage, discounts, and pay plans. How you buy could impact price. Direct Auto Insurance and insurers in the National General Group, Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Moving is just one of those things you do not want to do by yourself. It is so difficult, and your stuff is so heavy. And the team at Good Greek Moving and Storage, they do this every single day. They literally are the superheroes of moving. So they are ready to swoop in and save the day just for you. You're not going to have to throw your back out or break your TV or worse, get into a fight with your spouse. I've seen it before, fights in the front yard because you're so stressed about doing the move yourself. You're not a truck driver. Don't rent a U-Haul. That is just dangerous. My friend drove through the overhang of his apartment complex and caused $15,000 worth of damage with his U-Haul that he rented. Ugh, I don't want that drama. Call Spiro and the guys from Good Greek Moving and Storage. They make your move drama-free, easy, and painless for you. Star Greek on your mobile phone. That's Star Greek for the best. Good Greek Moving and Storage.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
Do you need legal help? Call Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
Broadcasting from the offleaseonly.com studios. Offleaseonly.com, now offering free local delivery and no payments for 90 days. Save thousands. Offleaseonly.com. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Gotta tell you, people fired up about this is from the Am I the Jerk website. Somebody posted up about how they went to dinner with their parents. Somebody who was 20 years old, parents in their 50s, and the server gave them their number with a winky face and said, "You're cute," and they thought it was unprofessional, and also thought, too, well, what if the genders were reversed? Wouldn't this be a big no-no if a guy server did this to a 20-year-old female and let the manager know, and that server got fired because of it?
I think some people are misconstruing what I said. I was just making the example of if it was reversed and a guy did this, there are some people who would be screaming off with his head, this is harassment.
Yeah.
I, Jason Lee Pennington, don't think this is a big deal. I don't think she should have lost her job.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the crazy people on Twitter.
A lot of the comments seem to think that it is a little unprofessional.
It is. But oh well.
Does it warrant having to call over the manager and then you maybe become a jerk because you overextend how far you go with it? Amber is on here from Palm Beach Gardens, and she is a server. What are your thoughts on this, Amber?
I think it's crazy that she got fired. There's no reason for that. I've been a server since I was 18, and there's been multiple times where people have left me their number on the other end. A man has left me a number on their receipt with a little smiley face, call me, you're cute, whatever. And like Virginia said, just toss the paper. Like, am I going to tell this patron that they can't come into my restaurant anymore because they're harassing me by leaving me their phone number? No, it was taken too far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and, some servers are also saying, too, one person said, the waitress being fired for this guy was a jerk. I used to be a server, and guys and girls would hold back my tip by saying I needed to give them my phone number. Like, you want a tip, you're going to give me your phone number. Could you imagine that on the other end of it?
Oh, my gosh. That's not cool.
I mean, that's crazy, right?
I think that it just has to be broken down to the bare core of it. And it's a compliment. It's a sweet gesture. Yeah, you're probably not interested a lot of times when that happens. But I've been out with, like, some girlfriends of mine, and everywhere they go, they get hit on by servers and other patrons. Are you going to get every waiter fired in every restaurant where you go? Like, it's a numbers game. If you're really hot, it's going to happen everywhere you go.
I think there's people who need to lighten up a bit.
Yes.
I do feel like we've become a bit fragile as a society, and that there are things you're gonna go out sometimes. Someone's gonna say something you don't like. It may even be mean to you, but guess what? The world still goes on. And I mean, ultimately, he's not even saying anything mean to you.
Yeah.
And she's not saying anything mean to him.
We have a thing in our society where the response doesn't match the actions. Like, people go nuclear and escalate things so quickly and way above where they need to be, and this is one of those situations.
I get it. You're uncomfortable. You didn't like it. Wah.
There you go.
Wow, you're hot. We don't feel bad for you.
There's bigger problems. I almost swore. I want to swear. I want to yell at half the people in the chat room.
I hear you. We're very fired up about this today. It's crazy.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in a second, it sounds like this might be a real story that she should be upset about. Megan Fox, back in the day, told Jimmy Kimmel the real story of when she was 15 and sexualized in Hollywood. And I guess a lot of people are coming down on Jimmy now because this is old audio and maybe he didn't handle it right.
They're coming for Kimmel hard. I
know.
He's taking a vacation, and I can see why.
Yeah. So we'll let you hear what was said back in the day. Megan Fox talking about an experience she had at the age of 15.
This is a double on. They're going after Kimmel. There was one controversy like a week ago. And then
he's got the blackface clip. He's got the N-word with the Snoop bit, and then this.
And there's some other man show stuff that they're digging up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The Man Show was so sexist / awesome because it was ridiculous.
But they're going after him because he is always preaching, you should do this and you should do that. So when he gets on his soapbox, they're coming after him now.
With his old audio and video. Oh,
yes.
That's messy. And yeah, we'll let you hear it coming up in a second. Before we get into that, 21 Pilots have launched a never-ending music video for their latest single. It's called Level of Concern. And they're asking fans to now get involved by sending in their footage. Is this that song that we really all like?
Yes.
Yeah,
The
that's a good song.
The only COVID song that is actually an awesome jam.
It was a jam.
It is a total jam. And now you can be in the video. All you have to do is send in footage of you doing your amateur video, dancing, dressing up creatively. Oh, this is for you, Bird. Quote, be weird and have fun.
Love it.
I mean, that was custom made for you.
We know we all should be weird and have a little fun. Can I get an amen on that?
Amen. We need a little lighthearted fun. So 21 Pilots wants your amateur videos. Send them to the band. And yes, it looks as though we have an audio clip I didn't want to play, but it's kind of a slow news day. Steve Martin is playing.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I can't believe you're playing this.
You told me that you had this for me.
Maybe
and,
you'll like it.
I don't know if I'm going to like this.
Kevin, give it 10 seconds.
I love Steve Martin back in the day.
Great comedian.
The Jerk.
Great comedian.
That whole thing, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan. Is he playing a
He's
banjo?
still fine, but he's got a very unfunny side project he does a lot where he likes to play the banjo and he likes folk music. And it's kind of weird because you're used to him being a wild and crazy guy, and then he gets on stage with the banjo and that's all he does and then walks off.
With that said, he is a fantastic banjo
He
player.
really is. He's good. Yeah. So if you like it for that, then if you love banjo, you're going to love this.
Maybe you're going to like it.
Maybe.
I'm Steve Martin here, and I'm proud to be playing with members of the Philadelphia Orchestra. And the tune we're playing is called Office Supplies. And the reason it's called Office Supplies is a secret that I will tell you at the end of the song. Office Supply. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's good.
The devil went down to Georgia and he was looking for a soul to steal.
I mean, yeah, all banjo playing sounds the same, but that's okay.
Yeah, we're not going to make it to that story, but yeah.
So what's the office supply part?
Just, can you enjoy some banjo music?
No, you gave me a cliffhanger with no resolution.
What are you talking about? He called it the band. He called it the whatever. What did he call it?
Office supplies.
That's just the name of the piece.
I know, but he was going to reveal at the end why he called it office supplies.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kev. I didn't let the clip go long enough.
Oh, that was me. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And now I'll tell you why it's called Office Supplies is because if at the end of the song you're not thinking of office supplies, then I haven't done my job. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.
You wanted it.
I needed it.
You heard her.
I needed it because you got to close the circle. But wow, Steve. I don't know if that really was a hitter.
Sometimes open circles are a good thing.
I guess so.
Agreed.
Where do you go from here? It looks like this audio of Kimmel from back in the day is coming back to haunt him. Now, they are coming for him for multiple other reasons, but now here is another reason. I guess this is Megan Fox telling the story about how when she was 15 in Hollywood, she was sexualized.
Yeah, she's telling Jimmy Kimmel a story, and you can tell she's uncomfortable talking about how when she was 15, the director made her dress in a bikini. She wasn't allowed to go at a bar because she was 15, so instead of her dancing on the bar, he made her dance in a bikini underneath a waterfall. And then Jimmy Kimmel has comments in the clip that doesn't help his case, which is making it go viral.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had just turned 15, and I was an extra in Bad Boys 2.
Really?
And yeah, they were shooting this club scene, and they brought me in, and I was wearing a Stars and Stripes bikini and a red cowboy hat and like 6-inch heels. And they said, you know, Michael, she's 15, so you can't sit her at the bar and she can't have a drink in her hand. So his solution to that problem was to then have me dancing underneath a waterfall getting soaking wet. And that's
perfectly wholesome.
At 15, I was in 10th grade. So that's sort of a microcosm of how Bay's mind works.
Mm-hmm. He goes on, the clip ended because they didn't have the whole clip, but it's part of it's written. He goes on, and I guess he showed her a picture, a drawing of him in bed with her, Kimmel did.
Okay.
With his tongue in her ear, I guess, in the drawing. And everyone's mad about it on Twitter, Virginia. But they are coming for him because of who did he dress up in blackface like?
Somebody was saying that was Fallon. No, Kimmel did it too. It was on The Man Show. He dressed to portray Karl Malone, an NBA star.
That's what it was.
So Kimmel has done it as well.
They're going after him for that, and then the Megan Fox clip came, and then there was a whole movement saying we treated Megan Fox so terribly as a society. That was one of the.
I think he had like the N-word too that he had dropped.
In the Snoop song, he was.
He's got a couple there. I mean, it might be a good time for him to vacation.
Yeah, he probably like,
the heat is going to be rough, and that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
Dirt of the Day brought to you by Cleveland Clinic, Florida, South Florida's top hospital.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids,
Such a natural
hide your
transition.
wife. Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You know the Rickroll guy, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. It's kind of crazy. He's really best known for the Rickrolling now on that song. So now I think he's trying to get a little bit of credibility. The guy can sing. Rick Astley is his name, if you don't know, and he has covered a Foo Fighters song, Everlong. What do you think of this?
So how you wanted it to be over my head, she sang. Come on. And I wonder when I sing along with you, everything I'll ever feel is real forever. Everything will ever be this good again. Only thing I ever ask of you, gotta promise not to stop when I say when.
Okay.
You like it?
I do like it.
He did an acoustic version of "Never Gonna Give You Up," and I hate that song. And the acoustic version was really good.
That's a great song, and if you can hit it vocally, and that's a fun song.
It is. So, little props, Rick Astley there. Coming up in a second, we got a little audio snack for you. A fun new game we're going to try out here, see how it works. It's called Audio Charades.
I love it. Don't even know what it is.
Okay. You're going to get to partner up with Denny's in this. It's a team event. Myself and Virginia taking on you and Denny's.
Old versus new. I like it.
Yes. Audio Charades is the name of the game. We're going to try it out here coming up in minutes on the KVJ show. Right now, that 21 Pilot song we're talking about in the dirt, Level of Concern.
Panic on the brain, world is gone insane. Things are starting to get heavy. I can't help but think I haven't felt this way since I asked you to go steady. Wondering, would you be my little quarantine, or is this the way it ends? 'Cause I told you my level of concern, but you walk by like you never heard. You could bring down my level of concern. Just need you to tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. Panic on the brain, Michael's gone insane. Julie starts to make me nervous. I don't really care what they would say. I'm asking you to stay. My bunker underneath the surface. Wondering, would you be my little quarantine, or is this the way it ends? 'Cause I told you my level of concern, but you walk by like you never heard. And you could bring down my level of concern. Just need you to tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. Yeah, tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. Yeah, tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. Bring down my level of concern. Just need you to tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. Yeah. 'Cause I told you my level of concern, but you walk by like you never heard. You could bring down my level of concern. Just need you to tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. I need you.
Okay, we'll see. Sometimes these things go great. Sometimes they're complete bombs. We'll find out. Audio charades. Is it going to be a new KVJ game, or is this a one and done?
Oh, man, I'm so excited for this. I hope it's not one and done.
Okay.
Well, the pressure is on. You better perform.
Here's how we're going to play the game. You partner up with somebody. It's going to be myself and Virginia and Jaybird and Denny's. What you do is you give your partner audio clues to a word that makes noise. You have 20 seconds to try to get 5 words correct. That's a perfect score in 20 seconds.
Sir, are you allowed to pass?
You could, yeah.
How many cards are in the deck?
What's your favorite color?
5.
You only have 5.
Yes. You're going to get 5, so you'd be going back to the same.
I like this, Dennis. She's asking questions because she really wants to beat us, so a loss for the witch would be so satisfying. Let's bring them both down. Both of these two have been too high on the hog for too long.
Yap, yap, yap. You just sound like a little yappy dog.
Ain't nothing little about me other than one thing.
Your penis.
Okay, so Virginia, you're going to do the sound effects. I'm going to guess what those sound effects are. So Denny's will be holding the word up above my head.
Okay.
And I'll set the clock here, 20 seconds. So the best we can get is 5. Now, if we get more than Jaybird and Denny's in round 1, then we win. The game's over. But if we have a tie, we go on to an overtime. There can be as many as 3 overtimes in a game.
She is wearing her #1 witch dress. Solid black. All she's missing is the hat and broom.
Solid black with the strongest Spanx known to man.
Okay.
But still look a little fat.
All right, Suits, keep score for us here, just so that we know.
And just for the record, who wrote out these sound effects?
Denny's wrote out the words that I gave him.
Okay. Oh, you came up with them.
Yeah.
And Denny's wrote them out.
Yep.
See, she's trying to make it controversial already. Denny's wrote them.
Look, I'm just asking all the legal questions.
I get it. I did this at 2:14 p.m. yesterday. I was sitting in my office.
All
I had
right.
just had a nice cup of chamomile tea. I was
Okay.
wearing pants. Any other questions you might possibly
Yeah, do you
have?
want to prolong the bit a little bit longer? Or
Shut up, yippy dog.
Ruff. Never. I'll never shut up. I'll never shut up.
Okay, here we go. Audio charades. Again, Virginia's going to be giving me audio clues to the word. We have 20 seconds to try to get 5 correct. There's only 5 to choose from. And there is possibly only 1 round needed. We'll have as many as 3 total.
All right, Denny's, this is about pacing. Don't be all sticky-fingered over there. When I say pass, you need to pass.
Okay.
I'd wish you luck, but I don't know if I respect the opponent.
20 seconds on the clock. On your mark, get set, and go.
Pass.
Dolphin.
Galloping.
Horse stampede. Horse running through the woods. Rodeo.
Pass.
Drum roll.
Got it.
Rawr.
A bear. Grizzly bear.
Done.
Lion.
You guys got 2.
Okay.
You got dolphin, and you got. I believe there was another one you'd said.
Horse racing we missed. We got drum roll.
You guys got 2.
Okay.
So I feel like that was the first time we did it. It was probably confusing to listen to. I don't think anyone knows when you get one right.
Yeah. I can't because I can't see the word, so I don't know if I got it right or not.
So I started saying she got that one right towards the end. I was kind of finding my stride too. I think we all have a role to play in this game.
Kevin will probably ding. Now that he's back in it.
Yeah,
I was
now that
trying to
I'm-
ding. I was trying to
you'll-
figure it
You'll
out.
get a ding now that I'm not a participant.
Okay, all right. That's what you can do. You can be the ding.
You guys got 2.
Okay, I got that score.
Do you want to hold them over Denny's
Yeah,
head?
you could hold him over me.
Over his head, like
You
he
want me
did.
to?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. I think we're gonna beat them. They looked old and tired during that round, Denny's.
Just keep it loose.
When you get horse racing, that's a lot tougher than just horse because you're like, okay, is it a stampede? Is it a rodeo? Like, what is going on here? It's
I know
more
what you're
than-
trying to say. Virginia kind of blew it. I get it. Yeah.
Saying it's a little bit more challenging, you might think. Okay, audio charades here.
Your eyes say it all. Okay, I got you.
Okay, all right.
It seems like more than 5.
So I gave Bird 10, and he could pick whichever 5 he wanted.
Interesting.
Okay.
I separated Kevin's pile. All right, Virginia.
Prolong.
I know, right?
This could have been over with, by the way.
I hear you. Trying to make it as quick as possible.
Good Lord. I just want to lose this, get it over with.
I know. Right.
I was excited, Kevin.
Tuesday has them gone.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Audio charades. It is Jaybird and Denny's here. Jaybird is going to be giving the sound effects to Denny's. He's got to try to guess the words. You have only 5 words. A perfect score is 5 in 20 seconds. Virginia and I have a 2 on the board. All right, on your mark, get set, and go.
Race car. Race car crashing. Crashing. Car crash.
Pass.
Popcorn.
Oh my gosh, we're going down.
Sinking.
Pass, Denny's.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Pass.
Oh, got a 0.
That's so hard.
Oh my gosh, Denny's.
Oh my gosh.
Denny's helicopter.
Denny's? What do you
Helicopter.
That didn't sound anything like a helicopter.
Again, just since we're doing this, but if you use any words, then that point won't count.
I didn't know that.
We're going down.
We're going down. You can't fly a helicopter very well.
All right, so then we work the kinks out. I feel like
That might work better if we pre-record it.
or just not do it at all.
Oh,
No, I love it.
I love it.
I want to do it again.
If we pre-record it, we can add the dings. We can make it work.
But then you can't watch us. I think part of the excitement's watching your beautiful face, of course, right?
Yeah. You want to do that as a warm-up round and do a legit one?
You know my answer.
Yes, he's very excited.
All right.
Right?
So now we kind of got,
Yes, we got
an
it
idea
now.
how it goes.
When you get one right, I'll let the audience know they got one right.
Yep.
We need all new sound effects, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
5 new words.
This one means something.
Okay. You want to keep the same round here, Virginia, or do you want me to give you the sound effects?
Whatever
We can
you
switch it up.
think.
Let's switch it up, see if we do any better.
Okay.
We know what we do when you give them. We got a 2. All right, 20 seconds, 5 words possible. I will give the sound effects. Okay. On your mark, get set, and go. Ding dong.
Doorbell.
Yes, you got it right.
Motorcycle.
Got it right.
Wind.
Got it right.
Jaybird masturbating.
It's not wrong, technically.
Pass.
Pass. Okay. You got 3. You
Okay.
stayed too long on Jaybird masturbating. It was zombie.
She's
but
going for jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a time clock on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it
Yeah.
was.
Zombie.
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 Yeah.
I was thinking dinosaur.
Her answer wasn't off, but yeah, zombie was the correct.
Okay. All right. 3 spot.
Okay.
It's a little bit better.
That's a pretty good score.
Now that I know what to do, I'll be able to give you the good sound effects, Denny's. Can you
Okay.
get behind him again?
Yeah, y'all don't want to switch partners like we did.
No, I think we're gonna stay with what we did. I think we know what we did wrong.
Okay.
Gonna learn from that mistake. Denny's, I'm gonna go quick.
Again, any word that is said, and another thing I want to throw in there too, you cannot act out the movement.
It's
Okay?
hard.
I know.
It's hard.
I know.
No pantomime.
Yes.
All right. Oh,
This is
you
audio
You noticed
only.
that a little bit on the first round.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
All right.
Hole in one.
All right, we got to get 3. Let's do or 4 or what's the score?
We got 3.
We'll be happy with 3.
We'll be happy with a win, Denny.
All right.
Okay, here you
All
go.
right, yeah,
20
yeah.
seconds
Keep
on
it
the
loose.
clock.
I'll keep it loose. You keep it focused on my lips.
All right.
Audio charades. Jaybird is doing the sound effects. Denny's is trying to guess. Your time begins now.
Wave. Crashing in a wave. Farting and falling in the water. Explosion.
Pass. Gong.
Gong.
Yes. Dunk. Whoosh. Dunk. Bounce. Whoosh.
Dribbling.
Yes.
Bounce is not a sound effect.
He said bounce.
Bounce is not a sound effect. I'm sorry.
The first one we should have had.
What was that?
Whoosh. Flush in a
flushing.
toilet.
Oh.
You got a 1.
Denny should have went. I just love that game.
Oh, it's fun.
Oh, that's going to be fun to play off the air.
Okay, is it a 1 and done or is it coming back?
How badly do the people
we'll
hate
let
it?
the people sound off. 877-979-WRMF. You can let us know what you think at the KVJ show.
From the WRMF Freeman Injury Law Traffic Center.
Car accident? Before you call the insurance company, know your legal rights. Call Freeman Injury Law. 800-561-7777.
800-561-7777.
This report brought to you by offleaseonly.com. Now offering free local delivery and no payments for 90 days. Call 561-222-CARS. Save thousands at offleaseonly.com. We have a crash to watch out for right now on 95 southbound in Broward County. It's on the approach to Cypress Creek Road, and you're seeing some slow traffic back to Sample Road. Plus in Palm Beach County, still working to clean up the earlier accident on 95 northbound right at Forest Hill Boulevard. Look for delays back to 6th Avenue. This report brought to you by Lindstrom Air Conditioning and Plumbing. I'm Suits, 79 WRMF.
At Massage Envy, their commitment to safety has never been greater. Go see the measures they're taking and book your next massage, facial, or stretch at massageenvy.com. Massage Envy. Keep your body moving.
Well, it is hurricane season, and so many people are talking about how bad it's going to be. So if you're looking at your windows going, I don't know if my windows can handle a big storm, I was saying the same exact thing. And now is a great time to look at reinforcing your home. And, you know, Kevin's going through this too. Years ago, he put the hurricane windows in, but then realized a few of the doors are not up to code, and that's where your home is compromised.
Yeah, so we're going to be taking care of that. We're going to be ready hopefully before a hurricane hits us, and we're going to be doing a new glass front door as well.
Nice. B&T Windows and Doors, that's the company that I went with. I love them. They came out, they were on it. You're going to love the crew there. They're good guys. And right now, when you put in these PGT custom windows and doors, you're going to save cash. Now, PGT is just the best-selling windows and doors on the market. They're offering rebates, $110 back per door and $35 back per window, only valid till the middle of July. So July 17th, that deal is up. We love cash rebates, and you're going to love the team from B&T Windows and Doors. Go online, get all the info, protect your home from everything. BNTwindowsanddoors.com.
At The Breakers, we understand the importance of spending time with those who matter most. And when you're ready, we'll be here like we have been for more than a century. To make the most of your vacation this summer, enjoy complimentary daily benefits. Plus, stay 6 consecutive nights, and your 6th night is free. Take comfort in knowing that The Breakers upholds the highest standards of comprehensive health and safety precautions to protect our team, guests, and community. To learn more, visit thebreakers.com today.
When the dust clears, as it always does, life will go back to normal. All our familiar tasks will once again fill the day. Running errands, going to work, visiting loved ones for no reason at all. While life is unpredictable, some things are certain. Razors are still expensive. Waxing still hurts like the dickens. And Body Details is still the best choice for your hair removal needs. Learn more at bodydetails.com.
Celebrity parody, not Morgan Freeman.
Right now, your home is more than a home. Your home is a safe place for you and your family in a challenging time. It's more important than ever that you protect the home that protects you in a storm. The fact is, flooding can happen to anyone, anywhere. And just 1 inch of water in your home can cause over $25,000 in damage. Keep safe. Protect your home with flood insurance. For more information, contact your insurance agent or visit floodsmart.gov/home.
Sometimes the urgency of a better future compels you to act. We are in such a moment as a global pandemic and a cry for racial justice challenges communities.
I'm Doug Sherman, Treasure Coast Market President for Bank of America. Our company just committed $1 billion over 4 years to help communities address growing economic and social inequality. This means providing help where it is needed most: healthcare, housing, jobs, and supporting small businesses. Along with my teammates here in the Treasure Coast, we commit to the important work that lies before us.
Bank of America N.A., member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
Yeah, sorry, I am just not there yet going back to the gym. But other than letting your body go, what do you do? Well, Busy Body Gyms to Go makes it super easy. Any piece of equipment you ever saw in your regular gym, you can get now at home. Same brands: Life Fitness, Matrix, Stairmaster, Precor, things that you know the names of. Cool thing is, you go online, you pick out your piece of equipment, they deliver it. Anywhere from Miami to Vero Beach, they got you. And it doesn't have to be an entire home gym. It could be something as simple as dumbbells that you want to get. If you want to stay in shape and you're not ready to go back to the gym, Busy Body Gyms to Go has got you. Gymstogo.com is where you go online, GYMSTOGO.com, or just call up 877-GYM2GO.
For responsive legal help, call Anna Jar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
South Florida weather is 15 seconds away from the H. Gregg West Palm Beach Weather Center.
At hgregg.com, your time and safety is their priority. That's why they're introducing H. Gregg Direct, the safest way to purchase your next vehicle. Shop their virtual showroom, choose your financing, and order a contact-free delivery to your home. Visit hgregg.com now. Save more, drive happy.
Good day. Tracking a few inland thunderstorms. Some of them could be on the strong side. Heavy rain, gusty winds, maybe even some small hail. Otherwise, after sunset, the thunderstorms do dissipate. Tomorrow, more of the same, hot and humid. Temperatures around 90 with a few inland storms. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Steve Villanueva for 97.9 WRMF.
Quick Hit Weather is brought to you by Allstate. With an Allstate agent, you get a local expert and help finding the best coverage for you. And because they live in your community, you can always count on them to be there when you need them most. Plus, when you bundle home and auto, you can save. So call your local Allstate agent today. Are you in good hands?
Spend your early mornings watching the KVJ Show on YouTube. Just search KVJ Show and put our questionable faces up on that flat screen. 97.9 WRMF.
Okay. Seems like people like the audio charades game. I think it'll survive at least another week.
Okay.
See what happens.
Do they like it because it's one of those things where it was so bad, kind of like a Corey Feldman concert show, where you're
Maybe,
there?
Yeah, it might have been it. They just couldn't believe it. Like, wow, what is going on here? That's crazy. Yeah, so we'll give it another try next week and see if we get better or if we're just going to stay as bad as we just were.
I'm going to dig my heels. I think I'm going to stay the sound effect guy. Me and Danny's are going to.
That's the right move.
We're going to practice over the weekend. And we're going to clean the old people's clocks. Those clocks are a little dusty.
I mean, the real way it should be done is Suits comes up with all the sounds and writes them down.
Mm-hmm. It is
and
a
then
little...
we get the cards sight unseen. Nobody's seen them, so that way, because we do have a distinct advantage if I'm giving you the clues and you already know what they are.
Somebody did ask about that. There were about 85 words, maybe more, that were there, and they're all pretty basic.
So I just have two questions. Who wrote the words up and who won the game? Wonder what time it is, y'all.
Your partner wrote them out on cards. He could have left some of them out.
Well, both of you have an advantage. You and Denny's both have an advantage. But we got our highest score when you were giving them to me, and I haven't seen them yet, so you've been refuted.
SOR has been thrown out to the world. SOR, Summer of Rig has begun. You've been warned.
Okay.
No, because we got the highest score.
Okay, I'm kidding.
Okay. I'm taking this serious.
I'm glad.
Yeah, she is.
I'm glad.
Yeah, she is. Coming up, we got some whacked out news for you. There was something that was more of a viral video, but it definitely is the kind of stuff that you would see in the whacked out news. Did you see the video of that construction worker who went into an outhouse and the wind just started to kick up? It was crazy wind. I don't know if this is typical for Dresher, Pennsylvania, but this guy apparently wasn't expecting it because he goes into a porta potty. Wind blows it over and starts blowing this porta potty down the street. One of them blows over and the door comes out, and you can see nobody's in that one, fortunately. But the other one, this guy is climbing out, and he is covered in all kinds of what. And, somebody's inside their house filming it through a window, and they're just, laughing at the poor guy.
You never know when you're being filmed.
That's true. Keep yourself together.
Keep it together. Fall apart inside your home.
Yes.
I was just like, that may be one of the grossest things I've ever seen. And I would hope that if that happened to you, that would be the grossest thing that has ever happened in your life. I would hope. Do you have anything that's even remotely as gross? I think when you have kids, you probably have a gross story. If you've ever changed diapers, that'll happen.
Yeah.
But have you ever fallen in a dumpster, been in a sewage pit, or anything even remotely close to that, Virginia?
Thank God, no.
Yeah.
I don't have a story like that. Oh, my gosh.
I think maybe probably some of the other things, if you play baseball. I saw this happen. This didn't happen. I saw somebody accidentally thought they were drinking a soda and they drank dip spit.
Oh, the grossest thing that I was a freshman in high school, and upperclassmen, they took the JV thermos and they peed in it. There was soap in it. There was all kinds of just the grossest stuff you could imagine in a thermos, and freshmen drank it, and that was probably the grossest thing I've ever been a part of. I was a freshman. It was awful.
Rank out these really 5 gross situations. What do you think is the most gross? What is the least? Okay, we got the construction worker in the porta potty blows over. Drinking the dip spit. I'll put that in there.
I don't know, dog. I mean, the thing that I had dip and pee in it. It had everything in it.
Yeah, we just got too many urines here. Everyone can't be human excrement. So we got construction worker in the porta potty drinking dip spit, drinking out of a cup after 2 other people, which I saw this weekend, and I was like, ooh, in the age of coronavirus. I know we're all kind of together in our own circle, but still, it seems like a whole new level. Popping someone else's zit that you aren't in a relationship with. I saw that happen once, too. I'm like, going, that's gnarly.
That happens. Some chicks really love zit popping. It's weird.
Not on strangers, though. That's next level gross. It has to be somebody that you're either family or dating.
Yeah, I agree. It's grosser with a stranger. It's still gross with a loved one.
Okay. And then somebody was telling me about eating an ice cream bar on the toilet. And I was like, 1 or 2? And they're like, 2. They're like, what's the big deal? I'm like, Okay,
was it a public bathroom?
Was it chocolate ice cream?
It was their own bathroom.
Because these are all questions that I think are fair. It changes.
I hear you. Yeah, okay. All right, well, I'll have you rate here. 5 being an absolute, like, this is the grossest thing that happened.
All right.
Porta potty. Is that a 5 or is that still at a 4?
That's a 5.
I think that's a 5, too.
Porta potty's always a 5.
Yeah, I
Just
think that's
walking
a 5.
in there to pee is a 5.
I think that's your number 1. Drinking the dip spit. 4 or 5?
It's a 5.
It's pretty gnarly.
It's really gross. And
It's a 4.
Not only is it gross, it's painful too.
Porta potty's worse, though, right?
I think
Yes,
so.
it is.
Okay, so if we had to rank them, that would go 1. That'd go 2. How about, do you find eating an ice cream bar in the toilet? Where is that?
If it's chocolate ice cream, you're just a human funnel.
Yeah, in a sense.
For me, it's a 1.
It's a 1.
It's not. I mean, if it's in a public bathroom, it goes up to a 4.
Right. Your own bathroom.
Your own
a
bathroom,
1.
your own butt, your own comforts, your own ice cream. It's a 1.
I put it at 2. Where do you put it, Virginia? 5's the grossest.
I put it at 2.5.
Okay, a little bit grosser. Okay. Popping somebody else's zit that you aren't in a relationship with.
That you are not in a relationship with.
Yeah.
That's a 5. It's a
What?
4. Popping someone's zit you don't know.
It's not a 5.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's bring in some.
I think it's a strong 4.
Let's bring in Zitty Zed from Port St. Lucie and see how you deal with it.
I'll take Zitty Zed all day over tumbling in the porta potty.
Agreed.
Yes, and dip spit.
So I give Zitty Zed a 3.7.
Okay.
So I guess I don't understand the rankings. I'm still giving them. It can be. I'm ranking that a 5, but a lower 5 than the other one.
So then it's a 4.
You can't have like 10 varieties of 5. Yeah.
5 is pretty consistent.
Yeah.
You guys don't understand what I'm saying.
No, I don't think anybody does.
You can give it multiple 5s, but just a lower 5.
There's no such thing.
Yes, there is.
No, you go 4.
On a rating system, there is.
Oh my gosh.
Drinking out of a cup after 2 other people.
Who are these people?
A good question.
Okay, if it's family, it's low, right?
It's
Yes.
0 for
If
me.
it's like just people that are not related to you, and it's people that are not related to you. They could be friends, but they're not of relation.
1, 0, or a 1.
I think it's a 2.5.
I was just curious because, yeah, the people I was around, it was a 0. There is no thought about it. And I was like, and it depends upon the people. That makes it so it can go anywhere from a 0 to a 5, depending upon the 2 people you're talking about. But yeah, if you're not, I think it's a 1.
I see that a lot, when you're out getting drinks,
Well,
whatever.
they were like, hey, this is delicious. Try it. And they're like going, oh, really? Oh, yeah, that is delicious. Here, you need to try this. I was like, oh. Yeah. It was this week. I was like, oh, I'm good. All right.
Guys, you know about Corona, right?
No, they did not.
Why don't we just tongue kiss and call it good?
Yeah.
It doesn't. I mean, it depends on the person. But if it's one of y'all, it's a 0 for me. Doesn't
Okay.
gross me out at all.
Yeah, it's just interesting. I thought, boy, this all depends upon where you're set with stuff. because it could go anywhere from a 0, like who cares, to
It all depends on how gross the person
That's
is too.
just it, yeah.
But I mean, if they have like a face like a wild boar and
Yeah.
dirty fingernails, it's going to be a 3 or a 4.
Without a doubt, there are some people I absolutely would not drink after.
Yeah.
And it does up the score.
It does.
And they work here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Time for the real thing now in your whacked out news.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news.
Yeah, what?
So many people are mad.
Ow! 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 Ow!
I just love some of the texts that we were getting in here. Somebody said, my grossest moment, I was laying on the ground holding the baby up in the air and it threw up in my mouth.
Oh, that's rough.
That's tough. Those, by the way, are some of the funniest videos.
There's a lot of them.
If you want to have some fun today, go look those up on YouTube.
It's almost like the baby knows it's being filmed.
The baby's right on point.
Yeah, there's a lot of these stories that are coming in are baby stories. Yes, if you've had a infant in your home, you have a gross story. There's no doubt about it. Let me see here. We got another one you could rate here, too. How gross is this? Your local pizza place has got an 80-pound iguana in the freezer.
What?
Gross or not?
That's health code violation.
Yeah, it is.
That's so gross. Iguanas, they weird me out, man. Just looking at them slither around.
It is odd, yes.
Don't people eat that, though, iguana?
They do, and so this is where, you could have an interesting debate on this, because the looks of the iguanas do weird some people out, but, I mean, what do they call it? The chicken from the trees?
There's people that love iguana.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It does look it grosses
Would
me
you
out.
eat an iguana pizza?
No.
Okay.
Iguana does nothing for me.
I mean, I would try it just because I like to try stuff, but I don't think, like, my brain can get past the fact that it's an iguana.
If you went to a restaurant and they prepared iguana the right way and they had seasonings, you'd probably end up really liking iguana.
Maybe. It would still feel weird to say it, though.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's because you're not used to it.
Maybe if you go to a Pizza Mambo on Dixie Highway, you could get yourself some iguana pizza.
They found an iguana in the freezer at Pizza Mambo?
An 80-pound iguana, Virginia. Yeah, they got shut down for the day.
I wonder if somebody tipped them off for that.
No, I think they came in for a regular inspection, and then they opened up one of the lockers that they have, the freezer, those whatever you call those things.
Walk-in cooler or a walk-in freezer?
It was the locker.
Okay.
They look kind of like a casket.
Okay.
So you're in the mafia, you have a lot of those.
That's what's going on there when they know health inspection's coming?
You
I
don't
think it
know
was a
they're
surprise,
coming.
yeah.
Oh.
They don't call ahead
No.
and tell you.
By the way, at 2 o'clock, make sure you're ready. Have the place clean, hide all the cockroaches, and get your 80-pound iguana out of the freezer.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, it's a surprise. That's how they get people. If you knew they were coming, you would just try to clean up a little bit.
But some places would try to clean up and they still wouldn't pass.
Oh yeah, and that's why you don't eat there.
A Pizza Mambo employee said the iguana was given to the owner as a personal gift for later consumption, and it was stored in the separate mini freezer away from the restaurant's food. That was immediately thrown away after the owner was informed about the violation.
It just makes me wonder, like, if I got a buffalo chicken pizza, was it actually buffalo iguana pizza?
Yes,
You
I know.
wonder these things.
Look, it's a fair question.
When I was a little kid, we loved the Ponderosa. It was on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard around here in South Florida.
Yeah.
But the rumor, and I don't know if it was real or not, but the rumor on the street was there was a rat found in the ice cream machine, and that's why they ended up shutting down. And I love that place, and it kind of ruined it for me.
You can find that out. I mean, you could have, because those restaurant inspections, and then if they shut a place down, that's all public record.
I mean, was that real or was that just Lake Park street talk?
I guess, I don't know. What's this? How long do they keep records on a Ponderosa
You're right.
that went out of business 20 years ago?
It's 20, I think, from 30 years ago. But that iguana story reminded me of that.
Well, over 100 drinkers who refused to stay home barricaded themselves in a bar in Liverpool, England on Sunday night. They're in there. They got hammered. They barricaded the place. The police are like, you got to get out. You're breaking the code. It's a violation. So they started throwing beer bottles at the police.
That's not going to end well.
At least 8 of them got arrested eventually from it. But, yeah, they took over and said, we're going to drink if we want to. You remember that Russian nurse who went viral last month after she treated patients in her underwear in a plastic PPE gown?
Yeah, who could forget?
See through it?
Yeah, who could forget
She
that?
looked good. Now she's got a modeling contract. Yeah.
It worked.
There's a guy in China that almost died after he tried to cure his constipation by shoving a live eel up there.
Sure. Constipated, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what you're calling it?
That's what he said.
That poor eel. Please tell me it was already passed.
I'd hope so, yeah.
It's not a live eel, was it? Although a live eel, you know what they can do, Virginia?
What?
Burrow.
I think some of them shock you, too.
It was a live eel, yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, some people would be into the shock, Virginia.
I mean, that's rough, man.
That's
a lot to wrap your brain around.
That eel had no idea its fate. You know, when it was just moments before when it was in the water.
Yeah.
Tough day to be an eel.
That one's going to stay with me.
It's like I wasn't ready for this.
I wasn't ready.
I was not ready for this.
For the record, I didn't sign up for this.
No!
I wonder what this guy was going to do. He looked weird, but I didn't think that was going to happen.
I just thought he was going to eat me.
Yeah, right. I wish he would have. It would have been much better where he put me.
From the WRMF Freeman Injury Law Traffic Center.
Car accident? Before you call the insurance company, know your legal rights. Call Freeman Injury Law. 800-561-7777. 800-561-7777.
This report brought to you by offleaseonly.com. Now offering free local delivery and no payments for 90 days. Call 561-222-CARS. Save thousands at offleaseonly.com. Just cleared up this earlier accident that was slowing you down on 95 northbound at Forest Hill Boulevard. Speeds starting to return to normal in that area. But in Broward County, you are going to watch for delays on 95 southbound as you're approaching Commercial Boulevard. We have a wreck right at the exit. This report brought to you by Massage Envy. I'm Suits 379 WRMF.
At Massage Envy, their commitment to safety has never been greater. Go see the measures they're taking and book your next massage, facial, or stretch at massageenvy.com. Massage Envy. Keep your body moving.
Make MD Now your trusted source for coronavirus testing. MD Now offers both diagnostic and antibody testing for COVID-19 using the gold standard in testing for both. They've partnered with one of the top certified labs in the nation, and you can trust that your results are accurate and reliable. To find out more information and determine which test is right for you, visit mdnow.com.
So, Florida, you may have heard the local legend that if you eat an ear of corn from the farmer outside of town, you'll sprout an extra pinky toe. While we cannot confirm or deny the validity of the +1 pinky toe corn, we can tell you Geico has been saving people money for over 75 years.
I wouldn't want a pinky toe around for over 75 years.
We can agree on that. We can also agree that Geico's longevity is likely due to the fact that they treat people right, like how they're always around when you need them, with 24/7 access to licensed agents.
An extra pinky toe gives you 24/7 access to discomfort.
True words. I imagine Geico will be around for another 75 years if they keep giving people military and federal discounts.
A surplus pinky toe couldn't help you with any of that. It'd be too busy making your shoes fit all weird.
Geico. You could get legendary savings and more at geico.com, over the phone, or at your local office.
Hey, it's Jay Bird. You know I love Dunkin'. I love their donuts. I love their sandwiches. The sandwiches at Dunkin' are big, y'all. So when you go to Dunkin', make sure you try one of their delicious sandwiches and become a DD Perks member, because when you become a DD Perks member, you get rewards on all kinds of stuff every time you go into Dunkin'. Like right now, you can, if you are a DD Perks member, you can grab a $1 medium hot or iced coffee. So hit up their website, DunkinDonuts.com, or download the app. DD Perks member is where it's at. Always getting deals at Dunkin'. This is Jay Bird, and I run on Dunkin'.
If you don't know PPC, if you don't know SEO, if you don't know OTT, if you don't know targeted display, social media management, website development, email marketing, you don't have to. All you need to know is 2060 Digital South Florida.
We can help you with the digital marketing your business needs, but maybe doesn't understand or have the time to execute. 2060 Digital is a Google Premier Partner. That may not mean a lot to you, but when you consider that only 3% of digital advertising agencies carry that designation, it should. If you're in charge of marketing for business, you'll likely have digital marketing questions. At 2060 Digital, we have the answers. So learn more about us and how we could potentially help your business. Visit our website, 2060digitalsouthflorida.com, and ask for a free digital audit. Log on, 2060digitalsouthflorida.com. 2060 Digital, a division of Hubbard Radio West Palm Beach.
If you've been injured in a car crash, let the lawyers at Hickson Motto fight for your rights. Their caring and experienced team will work 24/7 to get you the money that you deserve. Results matter. Call Hickson Motto to fight for you. 561-683-2300 or hmelawfirm.com.
I'm so excited. I'm going today to the Aquaplastic Surgery Center. I'm just like, oh, I never caught the corona yet, knock on wood, but I feel like I'm wearing the coronavirus on my face. And I just feel old and look old. And I'm just going to say, Dr. Rankin, look at my face. Whatever you think you need to do, help me to not look so old when I look in the mirror. If anything physically is upsetting you or holding you back from being your confident self, go in there and talk to him. You know, Dr. Rankin does complimentary consultations. You can go in there, even if it's just a little Botox, whatever it is, it's going to help you look better and feel better and live better. Why not do something nice for yourself? You know, we've all been through so much. A little bit of happiness is exactly what you deserve. And now with offices in Jupiter and Fort Lauderdale and Miami, the Aquaplastic Surgery Center is everywhere. They listen and they care and they want you to feel your best. They know mind, body, spirit, it's all connected, and they want to take care of all of the aspects of you. Go find out everything and read the reviews. aquaplasticsurgery.com.
If you're far from water, you might think a flood can't happen to you. But the truth is, there are hidden risks that can leave your property vulnerable, like runoff from new development, changing weather patterns, and even wildfires. But if you have flood insurance, you have peace of mind, knowing that you can recover faster. Protect the life you've built. Visit floodsmart.gov/storm to learn more. Brought to you by FEMA and its National Flood Insurance Program.
Broadcasting from the offleaseonly.com studios. Offleaseonly.com, now offering free local delivery and no payments for 90 days. Save thousands. Offleaseonly.com. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
So is this a good enough reason to defriend someone? Tanya just got a realization on something that happened a good while back. But the fact that she knows it now is still not doing anything to make it feel any better for her. So this had to do with something that happened right around the time you got married about 4 years ago, Tanya. What's going down?
Well, yes. So my husband and I got married 4 years ago, but we've been a couple for about 10 years now. And my friend Allison and I have been friends forever.
Mm-hmm.
She started stripping when she was right around 21. But she's actually stopped now. She got married a year ago, and she stopped stripping when she got married.
Okay.
And, I mean, she's my best friend. She's also my neighbor. She actually lives right down the road from us, so she's over all the time, and, it's, you know, we're super close. So my husband's friend, Rob, was actually visiting at the same time as Allison was at the house last week, and we were all just hanging out. It was good to just be able to hang out. And Allison went down the road and went home. And after she left, I said, "Oh, I can't believe that you are still friends with her after the bachelor party." And I didn't know what he was talking about, but after some twisting of his arm, I find out that Allison was the stripper at my husband's bachelor party, or one of the strippers at my husband's bachelor party.
Okay.
And of course, I was really upset.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when you're upset and in the moment, I send her a scathing text message, and I guess assuming that we would talk about it eventually, but she hasn't responded. It's been a whole week.
So your friend stripped at your husband's bachelor party and she never told you?
she never told me, and he never told me.
Yeah, that would have been something you would have thought you would want to disclose.
I'd be really upset that
You would.
she didn't say anything to you.
Well, it makes
So
it feel weird now.
You've known her since when?
Most of my life. I mean, we went to high school together, so
Okay.
for a long time.
Yeah, that's weird. There's no way she should have done that, and there's no way that both of them should have kept it a secret from you.
And what went on at this bachelor party? Why is that? Why it's a secret?
Oh, God, I don't know. I tried not to think about things like that. She stripped for so long. I just, I kind of feel like, okay, well, she was just doing her job. Really upset with my husband for not saying anything too, by the way. But in my head, I'm like, maybe I can get over it if I just know that she's just doing her job, and I can't figure out why they wouldn't tell me.
I'm annoyed with if I find out if I'm getting married and then I find out the Kevin Ralston was the eye candy at the bachelorette party.
Yeah.
You never tell me about
Probably
it.
would. I've been making a little extra money on the side on weekends.
I would think that's weird. You didn't tell me that you did that at my girl's bachelorette party, and I find out like 2 years later.
Well, that's why if you don't
This
say
is
anything,
4 years later.
Yeah, but who the hell are you, Kevin?
If you don't say anything, that's what makes it weird. If
Right.
you would have said something and been like, hey, are you okay with this? That would have been the right way of doing it. And you might have been like going yes or no or whatever, but you would have handled it then. That's the right way to do it. So obviously it's not been handled well. It's 4 years later. She's married. She's not a stripper anymore. And so this is things that have happened in the past. But what did happen that night that you guys didn't want to talk about it? Was it just the fact that she took her clothes off for your bachelor party, or was there something more?
Something happened that they were ashamed of, and
Makes you
that's
wonder.
why they didn't tell her.
But you would have known you were getting that gig anyway. You know a couple nights in advance where you're going. You would see that it's your man's bachelor party. You don't say anything. It's odd.
Well, you don't know that anything really happened outside of what she did for a living, made some extra money. Your husband seen her naked, but she was a stripper. So what are the statute of limitations on something like this? How big of a deal do you make of it now? Where do you take this? Do you defriend somebody that you've been friends with and really close with, that you live close to?
You need to figure out what happened at that party before you make that decision.
Probably good to have a sit down.
That's going to really make a difference in how I feel about both of them.
Good luck trying to find out the truth.
Well, there was other people there. I'm going to start a deep dive investigation.
Yeah. Okay. Digging deep, huh?
I need to know.
Yeah. Tanya, why don't you do us this? Get back with us if you do have a conversation with your friend or find out more information from your husband. I'd like to know how it's going, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good
All
luck.
right. Hopefully that helped. Just kind of curious. Yeah. It's odd that she's all of a sudden like not responding.
Yeah, that says even more guilty
Right.
than I thought going into it.
Do you think a little bit of this happened?
What are we doing there?
Well,
I couldn't tell what you're
Hand
doing.
signals?
A little bit
Are
of
you
that.
using your mouth?
I'm just saying. I think something went down.
You eating hot dogs?
You don't even like hot dogs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully we'll find out. If you got anything you want to ever run by the show, you can send us emails like Tanya did, mail@kvjshow.com. It's mail@kvjshow.com.
You don't have to say love.
tough to find out 4 years after the fact and you're already married that during your now husband's bachelor party, it was your best friend from childhood who used to be a dancer was the entertainment at his party. And neither one of them mentioned it to you. And has now just become a revelation. So how do you feel about it? Already moved on in life and you're married, got a kid, all that kind of good stuff. Somebody said, I would drop my friend and get a divorce. Secrets don't make friends. You're better than that to keep terrible people around. Now that you know what really is happening, you need to act quickly. Well, my question is just, why didn't this come up? You didn't think it was something that I should have known about? And if you didn't tell me, did something happen that I really should know about?
That's what makes it suspicious,
Yeah.
that no one talked about it and no one was honest. It does make it seem like there's something to be hidden.
Megan has got a comment here from West Palm Beach. What do you want to say, Megan?
I completely agree with you guys. If you've ever been to a strip club, you know what the job entails. Lap dances are a given. You know she was topless. You know she was in her panties. You know she's bumping and grinding on The Bachelor. I just feel like there is something. I mean, it's shady all around. It's just completely shady. It's sketchy. And they both, from them not saying anything, I think it was very clear they both knew it was wrong. And I don't like it. I do not like it.
Do you divorce the friend? Are you never friends with the friend ever again?
I don't know. I don't think I could ever look at her the same again. I don't know if I completely drop her, but we are definitely not as close as we were. I just don't know. I don't think I could ever look at her again. And I'm having some serious long talks with him just to kind of make him uncomfortable so this never happens again.
Yeah, I hear you. It's just, and that's the problem with any of these things when you have a revelation like this that is now 4 years old and you've clearly moved on in your life and you're in a different place. And, maybe you've gone 4 years without any kind of problems whatsoever in your marriage. That's all good. Then that's a weird thing to say, okay, am I going to blow up my marriage because of something that may or may not have happened 4 years ago?
I would really need therapy to work through this because I am hot pissed. At her, at him, I need help to work through this.
You're in charge of throwing the bachelorette party. Your two options for dancers is the Kevin Ralston or Jaybird. Who do you get?
Jaybird.
Really? You go? Oh, he got the body.
But you have the moves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
He
Ralston, you're a little stiff.
Yeah, I hear you.
I think Jaybird, what he lacks in body, he makes up for in moves.
In heart, what I lack in ass.
You'll get your money's worth.
You will be going for it, and it'll be awesome and hilarious, and maybe go viral.
Got no booty, but got that big heart.
That's it.
We all got booty when you're bent over.
We got another thought here from Pete and Stewart. Pete, you're saying don't sweat it. Is that right?
Correct. I mean, like, they showed up. They happened to be in the same place, same time. If nothing happened and he hasn't done anything wrong since they've been married, she just needs to not worry about it. It wasn't up to her friend to mention it. It's kind of like patient-client privilege there or whatever. You don't want to be awkward if there's no reason to be.
Okay.
It kind of goes against stripper HIPAA if she was to say something. Stripper. I get it.
They got their own code. Okay. Maybe that exists. I don't know. Well, I always love putting you guys in uncomfortable situations, see how you would talk your way out of it. Now, you can imagine this would be an uncomfortable situation to be questioned with, but I'm going to give you one that's even tougher. Jaybird, you just got caught stealing food off a stranger's plate when they walked away and went to the bathroom, and as they come back, they see you snaking a French fry off of their plate. What do you say? How do you talk your way out of it?
So, sir, I am on a goofy morning show. We do pranks sometimes, and we were just trying to see how far we could do, this prank. We are going to buy you your whole meal, the station, for being a part of this prank. I'm so sorry that I stole your food.
Am I close?
I don't know. That could work. You offer to pay. You say it was a prank gone wrong. I show credentials so it backs it up. I think
You don't have credentials.
Well, just go to Facebook. See, I'm on a radio show. I swear, it's real. I have to show on Facebook that I'm real. You don't give me good marks on that.
I think it's probably the best response you could have. I mean,
Yeah.
how else do you do other than just saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I got turned around. I thought this was my plate, my wife's plate." She got up, and I'm so sorry.
You could say confusion.
You could say you're drunk. That's true. I thought all fries. I thought they were.
Probably am drunk.
I thought they were mine.
Okay. Virginia, let me give you one here. Talk your way out of it. You just got caught sneaking into our boss's office, and you spit in their coffee cup. Damn. Just as our boss walked in.
Oh, my gosh.
What do you say?
Picture it's a boss from Miami. It's a really
okay. That makes it easier.
Yes.
Yeah, I did it. What's your problem?
So you don't even deny it. You just own
no.
it.
You got to talk your way out of it.
I did it, and I'll do it again. Suck it.
No,
not in Miami.
You would never do that. You talk your way out of it.
I'm here.
Yeah, you're here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Virginia, what is the meaning of this?
Sorry, I saw something floating. I saw a bug floating in your coffee, and it was like on the side. So I wanted to like lubricate the side, and the only thing I had was saliva, and I was going to get it out and go rinse out this mug for you so you don't have to ingest this bug. I didn't know if you'd see it.
Yeah, you're fired. Terrible excuse. Terrible excuse.
Okay.
God.
Okay, here's mine. Oh my gosh, your coffee smelled so good, and I love coffee. I reached in to smell it because I want to see what kind it might be, and it was so delicious. I started drooling. I apologize. Let me get you a fresh cup and wash this thing out.
You're fired. Terrible excuse. I don't know, man. I don't know. Your excuse is definitely better than Virginia's.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what you got to say for this. Okay. You're in a very large business meeting giving a presentation when you accidentally start playing a very loud and graphic porno movie over the projector. Everybody sees and hears it. Talk your way out of it.
Who's this directed to?
I'll give it to you first, Jay Bird.
It fits him better.
All right. Okay, the porno just went on. Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. So, I've got a brother who was in town that was on my computer, and he loves porn. He's got a major porn addiction. He's back up in New Jersey. I apologize. I am embarrassed. Am I close?
Virginia, what do you think? How do you try to talk your way out of this?
I am so sorry. I have a chronic masturbation problem, and I'm sorry.
I'm wondering if it's better just to fall on the sword and go, you know what, guys? I got a hunger, and my hunger is horniness, and I like to watch porn.
I quench it
Just
every
own it.
day.
Yeah, before the meeting, I was feeling a little anxiety, and I spanked it to relax me. My bad. Sue me.
Okay.
I think you owned that one.
It's all pretty good. You think so? That's the right approach? That's the only way out?
I think it is, man. Because it sounds like if I blame it on my brother or you blame it on somebody, oh, someone was using my computer.
Sure.
It sounds like you're lying. It's like that story with the guy with the eel. Oh, I was putting it in my butt because I was constipated.
Yeah.
Right, buddy.
No one believes you.
No one believes you.
Yeah. I think the only way that you could do it, and other than just look like the freak of the office now, because everybody's going to be like, oh, whoa, look at what they're into. I think you just have to maybe try to act like it was intentional.
Like you're trying to kid, like joke.
I would be like, now that I got everybody's attention, let's start the whole presentation.
Oh, Ralston.
That's how you do it.
That's why they call him the Kevin Ralston.
He's so good.
That is good. You're still getting fired.
The hair.
That shows terrible judgment.
What, you thought it was a good idea to start off your presentation intentionally with porn? Get out of here.
I know my audience. It's radio.
It's a great excuse, but you're still fired.
Yes. Okay, let me see. Denny's, let's see how he does here. Talk your way out of it. You're smoking the biggest blunt ever, and your mother-in-law walks in and says, what are you doing?
I'd be like, bruh.
You want a hit?
Yeah.
You want to believe how good this is?
Bruh.
You called your mother-in-law bruh?
But there's so much in that bruh. Bruh means, hey, do you want to hit this thing?
It also means, what did you expect?
Yeah. I'm like, come on.
That's all you got to say. I love it. Denny's logic. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, there is a new coronavirus store in South Florida. Yeah, you can actually get everything you want coronavirus related. They've opened up to cater to the person who wants anything coronavirus. What do they have and where can you find it? I'll let you know coming up.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 9. Head injuries are serious. You can get a brain injury from bad whiplash without even hitting your head. Sometimes symptoms of a traumatic brain injury can be subtle. Watch out for changes in personality or behavior. Your family may notice it first. At Rubenstein Law, we make sure all of your injuries are addressed, especially head injuries. Call Rubenstein Law at 1-800-FL-LEGAL. Offices in Palm Beach and throughout Florida.
Now is a great time to look at your windows, look at your doors, and make sure you feel good about them because we are coming into hurricane season. They say it's going to be super active, and if you don't have confidence in your windows and doors, your family is not safe, and that's on you. You got to make sure that your house is ready for hurricanes, ready for burglars, ready for everything. I just did this with several windows in our home, replaced the old rickety ones with brand new ones from B&T Windows and Doors. These guys were so on point. I even recommended them to Kevin. Kevin's going to be using them in an upcoming install. What are you doing? You're switching out doors, right?
Yeah, we got 2 doors. Everything else is hurricane because I tell you, that is the way to go with your house. The peace of mind you get, the added security, it is well worth it, and we just have 2 doors left.
And the ones that they're going to put in your house, just like they did in mine, are these PGT doors. I got a door and some windows. And right now, Kev, you're going to get a rebate. $110 back per door and $35 back per window if you were going to do windows. But it's only until July 17th. So you must go online, find out the details. B&Twindowsanddoors.com. They only use these PGT custom windows and doors because they're the best-selling ones on the market. B&Twindowsanddoors.com.
At The Breakers, we understand the importance of spending time with those who matter most. And when you're ready, we'll be here like we have been for more than a century. To make the most of your vacation this summer, enjoy complimentary daily benefits. Plus, stay 6 consecutive nights, and your 6th night is free. Take comfort in knowing that The Breakers upholds the highest standards of comprehensive health and safety precautions to protect our team, guests, and community. To learn more, visit thebreakers.com today.
Citizens of West Palm Beach and surrounding areas, West Palm Beach Kia has only 3 questions for you. Do you have a job? Do you bring home $350 per week? Do you want a new car? If you answered yes, then West Palm Beach Kia wants to approve your credit so you can drive home your new Kia today. Like a new 2019 Kia Forte LX for only $199 per month. 0% APR financing is now available. Or make no payments until October on select new Kias in stock. And we want your old car. Get up to $6,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade. So ask yourself, do you have a job? Do you bring home $350 per week? Do you want a new car? Then hurry to West Palm Beach Kia. Online at westpalmbeachkia.com. Stock number 190223 on approved credit through KMF. Forte $59.89 down, 72 months at 4.9% APR plus tax tag of $9.99 admin. Up to 120 days deferred payments on select new Kias. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates to dealer. Offers don't combine. Expires 7/4/20.
What does it mean to be a family-owned business? First, it takes a family. Art Plumbing, AC, and Electric has 3 generations and over 30 years of legacy and service in South Florida. It means family values like trust, reliability, and plain old hard work. It means your family can count on Art Plumbing, AC, and Electric to be there when you call. Art is there with what you need. Art can fix it.
Stay and play local. In the Palm Beaches, the area's best resorts are offering summer special rates for locals. Celebrate missed milestones like graduations, birthdays, anniversaries, while also helping local businesses that need your support. Plan your staycation now at local hotels, restaurants, and attractions. Special packages are available from Boca Raton to Jupiter. Stay local, play local. Book special resident rates and packages at thepalmbeaches.com.
If you're looking for a deal, it is waiting for you right now. Offleaseonly.com. They only have the nicest cars. They have got over 5,000 of them. So go online and check them out for yourself. They buy in big numbers. They've got more cars than anybody else. So they price them lower than everybody else. And they respect you as a consumer too. Thousands below retail is how they price them. And no hidden fees. It's upfront pricing. The price price is the price. It's clear. It's right there. If you like it, you buy the car. There's no stressful negotiating with a slippery sales guy. Nah, none of that. No walking away feeling like you got taken advantage of. And hasn't that happened to you? I know it's happened to me. Get pre-qualified right now online, offleaseonly.com.
Hey, West Palm Beach, Dunkin' is here to bring you the coffee you love, now at an even better price, with $1 medium hot or iced coffee for DD Perks members. Not a DD Perks member? Join on the Dunkin' app today for an easy contactless way to order and pay. Pick up in store or at the drive-thru. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Call your legal team at Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE for a consultation.
This hour of music is brought to you by Lowe's.
Lowe's is working harder than ever to help pros get the job done with a dedicated team of associates who only serve pros. They stock the top-rated brands you need, offer curbside loading, and can even deliver right to the job site. Service like that is why Lowe's is the new home for pros.
The best variety from the 2000s, 10s, and today, and you're home for the KVJ Show. 97.9 WRMF.
Something I think you should know is where you are in South Florida. The rules might have changed or be changing today about wearing a mask. Things could get a lot different. Palm Beach County looks like the vote is going to be happening today, and it looks like it is going to go through, that they are going to start requiring masks in public. So you would have to wear them, I guess, pretty much everywhere when you are out. And if you are not, then you can actually be fined or arrested or both. That would be the same as what they have in a lot of places in Broward and Miami-Dade. That is the ruling that is supposed to happen likely today, and we'll have more details on exactly what that means, because I do hear, like, at some places, like, for instance, in Miami-Dade, they've been mandated in public for patrons and food workers, but masks do not have to be worn on the beach unless you're unable to social distance. And in Broward County, facial coverings must be worn by patrons in public indoor spaces and by all food workers except while eating and drinking. That's what they've already had set up there. But then Miami cracked down, and a lot of Miami-Dade and cities like Miami, North Miami Beach, Hialeah, Miami Gardens, Aventura, Doral, they're going to be requiring people to wear face coverings in public too. So they just cracked down and got to that level. And it looks like Palm Beach is going to be right there with them. So, in fact, it seems like Miami-Dade's kind of leading, then Palm Beach, and then maybe even Broward is kind of behind, at least as far as the rates go. I saw for the state of Florida, though, testing yesterday, 16.1% of all tests were positive. That is a higher number than I ever remember seeing. Last month at this time, it was 2.4%. That's jumped up a ton.
That's the number that you personally have been watching.
Yeah, that's my own personal, because, you know, the argument of, well, we're testing more and this and that, to me, that neutralizes that argument. You know, the amount of cases that people are like, well, we're over 100,000 cases now in Florida and la, la, la. That to me just turned out to be a lot of noise for me, because I'm like, well, what does that really mean? Because if they are using the argument that they are testing more, is that the right metric to look at? So the percent positive to me was like, okay, is the virus still thriving, or a lot of people still getting it?
I'm getting all my news, little tidbits from KNN, the Kevin News Network.
Okay.
And I got to tell you, it hasn't done me wrong yet.
Okay. You're doing okay. You're
right
doing
down
all
the middle.
Yeah.
Not biased. KNN. Now, if you listen to VNN, oh my gosh, calamity. Pandemonium.
Again, yesterday, what I told you, though, the good news seems to be the median age has been dropping. It's down to like 36. And also the death rate seems to be dropping. And the people who are dying is going up the age to 82 was the median age on death. So, I mean, I guess there are a few small positives maybe in the whole thing.
Unless you're listening right now and you're in your 80s, you're like, Kevin.
If you're 83, you're like, oh, wait, that's not positive for me. Yeah. You're right, it's not.
You should probably stay home if you're in your 80s. They got my grandma on lockdown.
Yeah.
And your grandma is an active...
She is.
She's what, 95?
She's 96, and old girl gets it. She goes to the grocery. She goes to church. She loved doing all those things, but she hasn't done anything. They shut down everything. They're not even allowed to go like in common areas. They have to stay in their little unit.
Yeah. Well, everybody's had to make concessions, I think, no matter what age you are.
Yeah. And the most vulnerable need to make the most concessions.
We asked the question on our Twitter, does the government have the right to make masks in public mandatory? And right now, 85% of the people of the almost 200 votes are saying yes, just like a seatbelt. They do have the right to do that. 15% are saying no, violates my rights. So that's where the polling is on that right now. If you are trying to get a mask, and I'm sitting there saying, wow, if masks are going to be the reality for a while, I got just the one. One of our great listeners made it for me.
Oh,
and
I got some for you, baby.
Yeah, Maria made your mask, and she made a bunch for us.
Mm-hmm.
There are masks everywhere now. Like, you can't say, oh, I can't find a mask. Like, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they even got COVID-19 stores now. They have a pop-up store on the second floor of the Aventura Mall. I haven't checked it out, but yeah, they're open now, and they're selling everything that you need, your COVID-19 essentials. They got infrared thermometers, face mask, hand sanitizer, all that kind of stuff.
See, that's a place where they could sell COVID cookies, chocolate chip COVID cookies.
And would that sell?
If they were delicious and the product was there, the recipe was on point, yeah, they will sell.
I don't know if I'm going to eat a COVID cookie.
No.
I'm not even drinking Corona beer.
Wow.
I'm just taking a stance.
Well, it is a stand.
You got a lot of issues you got to work out,
I
Mama.
do.
You got a lot to work through.
I never claimed to be normal.
I can see that being popular, though, where people would be like, oh, and especially if they've got some people are creating new little things that, go together.
If there's one store where you can go and get your hand sanitizer, your mask, your thermometer, all the things that you think you need, then yeah, I mean, they're filling a need.
Then they find out most of the employees at the Corona store get Corona, and then the whole thing blows up in their face.
Yeah, that would be terrible if they did. They are putting up precautions, though. They've got a scanner with a thermal imaging camera that takes your temperature as you walk in, and it'll even determine if you're wearing a face mask. So I assume you have to have, your temperature has to be in under 100.4, and you have to have a mask on or you're not getting in there. So, I don't know if anybody's been there. Let me know how it is. But yeah, I know they have those trikinis. You know where you get a bikini? It's got your face mask that matches. You know?
Yes, the bikini top, the bikini bottom, and the matching mask.
They could sell those. That seems to be a COVID compliant kind of thing.
I feel like the Corona cookie would have marshmallow in it.
You do?
I do.
don't know. It just sounds kind of gross. I don't want to eat the Corona cookie.
Is it the COVID cookie better? Corona cookie or COVID? Corona sounds better. COVID sounds too gross.
I think they both sound like unappetizing.
Yeah, they all kind of sound gross. Yeah. Well, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, believe it or not, some people say that the pandemic has actually improved their life. Some people in business.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
The guy selling masks. You mean to tell me he's not happy right now?
I know a few people that their businesses have done great during Corona.
Yeah, so who's got a case where the pandemic has actually made life better for you? Like to hear why and how. 877-979-WRMF. Call or text. Hit us up at the KVJ Show.
Hey, I was doing just fine before I met you. I drink too much and that's an issue, but I'm okay. Hey, you tell your friends it was nice to meet them, but I hope I never see them again. I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city in a broke down car and 4 years no calls. Now you're looking pretty in a hotel bar and I can't stop. No, I can't stop. So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford. Bite that tattoo on your shoulder. Pull the sheets right off the corner of the mattress that you stole from your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't ever getting older. We ain't ever getting older. We ain't ever getting older.
Look as good as the day I met you. I forget just why I left you. I was insane. Stay and play that Blink 182 song that we beat to death in Tucson. Okay. I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city in a broke down car and
shoulder. Pull the sheets right off the corner of the mattress that you stole from your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't never getting older.
Apparently the pandemic has been good for some people. There are some businesses that have been thriving. For instance, people that have bike shops, that's doing great. Somebody else texted in and said, yeah, we own a pool drafting engineering business, and we have never been this busy ever in our 30 years. Everybody wants a pool.
My buddy he does an antique shop that does old toys and all kinds of just memorabilia stuff. And he said, it's been great. People have been locked in their house. People who can afford it are buying it.
Gotcha.
People who are still working and that are still kind of confined to their house, they want to go out and do something, but they can't, so they're buying stuff.
Well, a lot of people have really found their homes to be cozy and have done things to make it even more cozy.
You're right about that.
Yeah, we're in the process of trying to do some stuff, and we're really kind of enjoying it. We used to always be on the go and running around, and I used to feel stressed and tired and kind of enjoying chilling at home for a while.
If you make your place, it doesn't matter how big or small, you can make it cozy to your liking.
Right.
If you can do that, there's a lot of times there's no need to go out.
You're right, absolutely.
Are you guys still doing the stairs? Are you guys going to make it? They're putting stairs up in his place.
Mm-hmm.
Going up into that loft?
Yeah, we're going to put a spiral staircase going up there and taking down the other one that we had before.
Spiral's always fancy. Just think about it on a macaroni level. Spiral macaroni's fancier than normal.
Mm-hmm.
You going wrought iron or wood?
Iron, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, going iron.
I'm a big wrought iron fan.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cheap, but I actually know an iron guy.
You've never sound more adult/boring than right now.
Yeah.
I am a big fan of
Listen,
wrought
KVJ
iron.
show, they talked about wrought iron today.
Because I wanna change out my banister. I have one of those cheesy wood banisters that's not cute, and I've wanted to change it to wrought iron. So I actually have looked into this extensively.
If I ever go on kind of like just a thing about iron, do me a favor, kick me.
Yeah, they're talking about wrought iron, then they start talking about banisters. That's crazy. I'm like, wow, who listens to
This show's terrible.
Yeah, somebody said that the pandemic's been better for us in our house. We built a pool, a fire pit, a tiki hut. That's kind of cool. We've been doing nothing but working on our bank account, which has actually gotten larger, too.
I wonder how much it costs them to make that tiki hut.
Yeah, it's a great question. It depends upon how much you do your own, how much you bring a company in for.
I think you can do it for less than like $4,000, I think. 'Cause I've talked to people that have done it. They come out, it is amazing. They come out and they do it in a matter of like hours.
I feel like a tiki hut in a backyard ups the coziness factor to that backyard so much. I love a tiki hut.
It's on our list, yeah.
A tiki hut and a pond where you can have fish, have moments with the fish.
Yeah, okay. Not on the list, but tiki hut is.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want a pond.
They say that Americans during the coronavirus, too, have said that they now feel more connected to family and friends because of it. And I would totally agree. Our families together, I'd say that we're closer than we've ever been, sharing some great moments that, I've never seen my kids this much, and it's awesome.
No, it's great if you like your family.
Yeah, if you hate your family, it's terrible.
Let's pull the families that don't like each other.
Yeah, some people would text in how the pandemic actually improved their life. Somebody said my job was an hour away, and I'd have to drop my son off beforehand. I worked from 10 to 6. We wouldn't go home until around 8. But since Corona, I've been working from home, and I work in the data industry, and it's pretty cool because I've spent so much time with my son and my husband. My life has actually been really amazing. Somebody else said that I got to work from home since March, and I've seen my son stand up, take his first steps, become more vocal. I've missed so many firsts since he's been at daycare, and I love watching him grow and learn all these new skills.
Aww.
Great suggestions. To the woman who's working at home, it's funny how it took all of this to realize how happy her working from home has made her life.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that are saying that they do not want to go back. I think it was like 2/3 saying that this is better, and I think that the future workforce is going to have to adapt and give that concession to a lot of workers and finding out that, hey, it does. We would always talk about how a 2-hour commute adds more stress and takes years off your life. It's just there was nothing good about it. People were having to do those.
Well, especially imagine that, and then you have to poop. And you have an hour drive. It's all of those are factors, man.
Well, and what if you're just as productive from home?
Right.
It kind of doesn't make sense. And then you just feel like you work for a dictatorship that doesn't really get the way modern business can be done, and making you happy is not a priority. And then you're like, why am I working for them?
Right.
From what I gather, I'm gathering that the teachers aren't liking working from home. I could be wrong, just with the few teachers that I've spoke with.
I think it's been tough. I think that their workload has increased. I think it's tougher for them to connect with kids. They're probably more frustrated, feeling like they're not making the same kind of impact.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they've been saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did see that almost 60% of Americans think that COVID-19 has changed the way we work for the better, and 1/3 of Americans believe that physical offices are a thing of the past.
It depends on the industry, I think.
It does.
Like data entry, you can do that kind of stuff from your house.
Mm-hmm.
But teaching, I think I can see the difficulties on
Or
that.
baking.
Baking?
Yeah.
You could.
I don't want somebody to mail me a muffin.
I do.
Okay.
Speak for yourself, Ralston.
Scratch that. Baking's fine. Bake
I
in your own home.
need less muffins before I get a muffin top.
Oh, gosh, it's been a minute since I've had a muffin. Oh, I want a muffin.
Kevin, you can't bring up muffins. He's totally lost him.
No, I'm here. I just want a muffin.
No, he's in muffin land. You've lost him.
Sounds like a fun place to be.
Muffin land sounds amazing. Can I live there?
50% of parents with young children at home say they were less productive working from home, and that's probably where the difference is. It is nice to see your kids' firsts, but I do know I've been working from home. I did before, and then all this happened, and I have about maybe sometimes 6 more people in my house than I did before. I used to have an oasis of quiet and calm, and the focus was amazing, and you do whatever you want to do, and now it's mass chaos.
The way Kevin has set up his little office area, I'm not even kidding you. When you walk in, you want to lay and start telling him your problems, because it's kind of got that setup like, all right, tell me what's on your mind, my
Kevin
friend.
don't have enough time for all your problems.
Oh, no. I don't think he wants to hear my problems. I'm just saying it feels like
There's
that.
not enough hours in the day.
I've done that before.
You can lay on my couch anytime and just talk, though.
I remember that one time.
Kevin's like, bye.
During commercial break, I was telling Kevin all this deep stuff, and I was going on 3 minutes. I'm like, he's not really saying anything. And I look over, he had his headphones in the whole time. He was listening to commercials.
That's how bad your problems suck. He'd rather listen to commercials.
Like, I don't think Kevin's listening.
Aww.
All right, coming up here in a couple minutes, Jaybird has got your thought for the day. Some little perspective for you to send you off into the world with some positivity coming up next.
If you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on. It's scary. I'm not where you left me. Don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Don't stop now. I'm not where you left me at all. So if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now, walk away, you know how, don't stop caring about me now.
Got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up in just a little bit after 10 o'clock here. About 10 minutes from now, going to be live on our Facebook page. You can also watch it on YouTube. We got it up there on the KVJ Show channel. Go make sure you subscribe. Click the little alert button, too, so anytime a new video is up there, you'll get an alert about it. And you can also check it out on our podcast apps. We're all over the place, including the free 97.9 WRMF app you can download. Get all the KVJ audio and video you could ever want and get it absolutely for free.
Free?
Free, Virginia.
Oh, I like free.
Who doesn't like free, right?
In these times, yeah.
Yeah, free content all over the place. All right, Jay Bird, before we get to that podcast, if you would wrap us up here today with your thought.
A great life isn't about big things. It's about the small things that make a big difference. Oh, let it marinate.
Okay.
Let it cook inside you.
C+.
C+?
Not your best work.
People are lonely because they build walls instead of bridges?
He's going on. Do two C's make an A?
Who are you poaching? He's going down the list.
I'm just going to keep reading mediocre. He's going to mediocrethoughts.com.
Wow.
Do you want to watch the KVJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ Show.